To Sportsplex, thanks to our friends at Hoffy in Johnsonville. Welcome to Johnsonville, America's favorite sausage. And Hoffy, crave 'em, premium beef franks. So you guys can eat as many as you want. Next Friday night, I plan to indulge while I'm doing the play-by-play with Pepe.
Yeah.
Watching Team Mace versus Team Sliwa.
Yeah.
Sedano on the field, Cappy on the field, Producer Laura on the field, Funchy, I think's on the field. I'm going to be smoking a cigar and enjoying a Hoffy frank.
I have not yet started practicing.
Me neither.
I've not swung a bat. I've not thrown a ball. I've not caught one since last year's game.
I'm kind of glad because you get hurt easily, so you know. But we should go to a batting cage, Sponge. I'm down.
Sedano, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm just listening to you guys.
I want to hear your voice because you're not in studio today, and I miss you.
I understand, but I don't want to talk over everyone.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's very considerate, as a matter of fact.
I mean, it's fairly professional, I would say.
I would assume, yes.
Yeah.
You would say it's fairly professional.
I would say so.
I mean,
Cappy, so did you enjoy the WNBA game? We only saw the second half, unfortunately, and they were already in a double-digit deficit at that point. So,
let me ask you a question, George, to answer your question.
Okay.
As I often do. How honest do you want me to be?
I don't know. Just be as honest as you want. I don't care.
Okay. Here's the thing about a WNBA game like last night, right? So I walk across the street to go into crypto, and I mean, listen, it's like the third quarter. So it's not like it's an hour before tip and there's a buzz on the streets and people are battling to get their way in. I mean, I honestly walked up and I was like, are they not playing here? Like, so it was empty on the streets. I got up into the arena and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm actually kind of impressed. There's a big sound. You know, if I had little kids, I would love to take them to a game like last night. There's a big sound. There's a lot of fun. There's dancing. It's visual. I liked it. I will just say this, that it would be great if they were playing in like a 5,000-seat arena where you could really, really create like a sound and a feel. And as far as the basketball goes, George, those are the best female basketball players on planet Earth. So you're watching the best. Just all in all, though, like honestly, I just don't see myself ever becoming a big fan of the league.
Okay. Well, you're missing out.
Am I?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
It was fun. It's fun being with you guys.
I do think you're missing out. You're on the ground. The league's only 20 years old. I mean, it's younger than some of your kids.
I feel like if I were that's
Cappy.
true. I feel like though if I were going to put my time into a new sport or league,
I'm just asking you a question.
Yeah.
Like, what else are you watching this summer? The crappy Padres?
No, but I'm just thinking like I would rather get into like LAFC, for example. LAFC.
Okay, well, you can do that.
El Tráfico in front of 80,000 at the Rose Bowl for fireworks.
Yeah, but they lost.
They lost.
They did.
I mean, that's just a
cares?
fact. I mean,
They're a bit of a bumpy season, right?
Yeah, but you know.
but I guess what I'm saying is that if I were going to invest my time into learning a new league, being into a sport that I'm not currently into that much, I like soccer better. Like I think I'd like to get myself more into. If I were going to commit my time to WNBA or MLS, I'd go MLS.
When's the last full soccer game, beginning to end, you've watched on
Well,
television?
But you know what? I can already kind of smell what's going on here.
Okay.
with
What's
the
going on?
MLS.
Okay.
What's going on?
Do you not smell it from a mile away, Chris?
Well, I'm moving a little slower at the moment.
Okay. You know what September 3rd is?
Oh, the Messi game?
Yeah.
I want in.
That's what you're doing.
I want in on that.
Yeah,
In
you're
fact,
not getting
you
in.
know
That's
what?
like
Hold on.
that's going to be like the Super Bowl here.
What are you doing?
Him.
The tickets to that game or that match are going to be insane.
What is he doing?
He's getting in his bag. He's digging into his bag of tricks. He's pulling out what appears to be the LAFC scarf.
Oh, nice. Míralo.
Do your Mario.
Now I've got on this LAFC scarf, and it's dope AF.
Crap.
Oh, George, me and Messi on the field together. I wasn't really thinking of that angle, but now that you mention it,
Well, you just always pack the scarf?
it sits at the bottom of my bag where I have my podcast equipment. It's a little cushioning when I put it down.
So Sedano, you're accusing him, which I think you're right, that he's trying to get his way in by giving love to LAFC in July for a September match.
Yeah, 100%. He wants in on the Messi because it's going to be the event to be at in soccer, I would say, in this country.
But what if we're just watching with fans at an event? Maybe not at BMO Stadium because it'll be sold out AF.
Right.
Right.
I'd do an event.
But no, I would totally do that. But Cappy's going to have FOMO. He's going to want to be there.
Yeah, probably so. But I got to go to an LAFC game before Messi comes.
Match.
I got to go to an LAFC match on the pitch before Messi comes.
Well, there's plenty of games.
I know.
They're playing like every 3 days.
I know. I keep
got a lot of
asking
Mario and I got a lot of LAFC imaging to do every week.
Right.
They play Saturday, Cap.
Hey, listen, let me
There's
help.
promos, there's opens, it's nonstop.
Throw me a script and I'll help. I'll do half of Mario's work.
We should ask Mario if you guys could be the Falconer?
Falconer.
Yeah.
But
for
with
that
Cappy,
game.
Cappy's going to set the Falcon off. It's going to attack him. On the pitch.
On the pitch.
I mean, so it turns out that, last night after I got back to my downtown LA crib, a.k.a. the East Central Hotel, because we were at a WNBA game, my phone picked up the AI that I was at a WNBA game. Did you guys have this? Here's what happened. So on Instagram, there was a video of Shaquille O'Neal, and Shaquille O'Neal was like, "I have the answer to how to fix the WNBA. I have the answer." And I was like, "Tell me, Shaq. Tell me. What is it?" "They need to lower the rim, and they need to slam dunk, and they need to play above the rim." I was like, yes, Shaq. I thought to myself, if they lowered the rim, maybe to like 9 feet, nine and change, and these girls could like stand underneath and dunk like Shaq off 2 feet, that would have made things more fun, I think. I'm with Shaq. Anybody?
Lower
the rim, Chuck.
I mean, are you going to lower the rim in college too then?
Well, I think that's the problem, right? It's like, like international basketball, college basketball. But I don't know who made this up, 10 feet for women. I mean, what the hell? Let's do it a little lower.
Well, but I don't
Dunk
think
it.
the girls want to do it.
Oh, they
I
don't?
think
Oh.
The ladies are interested.
Oh,
in
sorry,
it,
ladies. My B. My bad, y'all.
If I recall correctly, at some point, Diana Taurasi, who's the logo, literally, of the league, I think said something to the effect of, it would be like putting women back in the kitchen, is what she said.
My! Well, Shaq, don't say that then, Shaq. See, don't kill the messenger, George. I was just telling you what Shaq said.
I'm not saying you're
Okay?
the messenger.
I mean, I'm putting it
you
on
did
Shaq.
your whole Shaq impersonation.
I'm putting this whole thing on Shaq. I was in character.
You're gutless, Cappy.
Am I?
Yeah.
Am I really? And I'm backtracking, aren't I?
Yeah. And
thought it was
it's
a great
not like a
idea.
new thing. Shaq said that on like TNT years ago.
Yeah. Well, it was AI.
Cappy's got
last
old.
night.
What do you? It's not AI.
It is
I was
AI.
going to say, why
Why are you referencing AI?
Because
Why is it AI? Yeah,
Because I
don't
was in the
understand.
game.
Like
last
Allen
night.
Iverson?
No, not Allen Iverson. I was in the game last night, and my phone was like, "Hey, he's in a WNBA game. Put WNBA content into his feed."
No, it's because you have a WNBA ticket on your phone.
Yes.
And
Right.
everything through Google
Right.
and your email and
Right.
everything is all tracked.
Right.
Has nothing to do
Right.
with AI. They've been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah, no, that is AI.
No, that's artificial intelligence is not that.
That is machine learning.
That's if somebody can create you to use your voice or use your face or anything to artificially create you.
That's
Which could you
ChatGPT.
imagine? Could you imagine that, by the way?
Yeah, that'd be
There's
good.
an AI Cappy around.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
my God, we should do that.
One is
Rachel-
enough.
Rachel, I am sorry.
Well, why did
Can
you
I
turn
get stuff for free?
Why are you turning into a computer?
Well,
Why are you talking with this cadence?
that's how you imply that it's not you. It's artificial.
It's artificial, Cappy.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Cappy.
I need the restroom.
That may happen during this show today.
Oh,
I had a very big lunch, and then I took my athletic greens after.
Yeah.
I know.
Why are you doing that?
I know. You never take them after.
No.
I know.
I got to drive back to Orange County
I
with you.
know. I know.
And we got to go to Torrance.
Yeah.
Home of
Yeah.
Eddie Adams
And Hermosa.
and Hermosa.
We're stopping on the way tonight.
All right, coming up next, Cappy, I know we touched on it briefly during Crosstalk about Brittany and Wemby, but we can get into some of that. A lot of the guys were on the station today, the Lakers signings, so let's talk about those guys too. Your boy Max Christie looking good at Summer League. There's a lot of stuff going on, Cappy, including some baseball chatter that we have to send people's way too. So we got a full show today, right? Full show, Christopher?
Yeah, full show.
Okay, excellent. And you'll be here the whole show, right? It's
yeah.
a lit
if you
Thursday?
want me to. If you don't want me to, I'll go
Of
take
course.
a nap.
We always want you.
I'm
to be
here till 7
Why
o'clock.
don't you take
Jack.
some athletic greens? Like
No, I
Cappy
already had
did?
my greens today.
He had his.
Pre-lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, we'll get to all that coming up next. Stick around here on 710 ESPN.
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
We had our second annual ESPN Mandy Awards, Dress to Impress. I wanted to rate our radio hosts on a scale of 1 to 10 on their outfits.
You know, Steve, it's great that you have a personality because your wardrobe is garbage, man. I mean, this is questionable. But, you know, you actually pull it off. I give you a 6 just for the courage to wear this. Congratulations, my man.
Hey. Would you happen to wear that outfit yourself?
0% chance. I like this. You know, the jacket is subtle. You got to look close to appreciate the intricacies. The shoes are swaggy, maybe just not for you, John Ireland.
What do you mean not for you? That was it?
Yeah, just not for you, John.
Jorge, you know, this is swaggy. The jacket says, I'm the man.
On this day back in 1985,
risks.
the number one hit, he was solo at this point, Phil Collins, with the one and only Sedano Kap.
All the time. Studio.
Oh, that's a delay, though.
Sorry. Oh.
You notice how I didn't step on you.
Cappy, I need some Doritos.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm proud
Doritos
of
are not good for you, bro.
No, they're not, but I've got I'm hungry.
I'm going to have a problem here today. I'm just telling everybody right now. I'm warning everybody. There is going to be a problem here today. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. About 1 o'clock this afternoon, I've been here at the radio station since about 8:30 this morning. 1 o'clock this afternoon, I decide, George, I got to go get something to eat, right? Chris tells me he had gotten some Mediterranean food.
Panini Grill. On Thursdays, we do Panini Grill.
Really
Panini Grill
good.
is very good.
Corporate Greg and Stephanie and
Really good. And there's a beautiful one right here in downtown L.A.,
good.
right around the corner on 9th.
They forgot my salad today, though. I was very upset.
Oh, that's too bad. And I sat there having lunch today by myself, which was no problem. I had my headphones
Where'd
in.
you
I was
go?
working. I was by myself in the restaurant.
Oh, you went to Panini Grill?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're going to get picked up my salad.
Oh, I would if I would have known.
Anyway,
I had the kubida plate.
Oh,
but of course, why I can't just have one, shish kebab of kubida.
No.
I've got to have both, right? And the salad, no rice. I did myself the favor.
Oh, but their Mediterranean rice is amazing.
I know. But here's the thing. When it was over, and it was great, I loved it, George, then I had the athletic greens.
You can't do that.
I know. And by having the athletic greens out, that's like putting Roto-Rooter into your body.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? I mean, like when you got a clogged toilet and you just put Roto-Rooter down there, you're like, God, I hope this thing gets through. That's what the AG1 does to me.
And people are starting to pick up on the AG1 bit. They're asking me, what time are the greens? Is this day 12? Is it day 13?
Right. And so for me, I always take it in the morning before I do anything. Well, I took it later in the day. It's got bad news written all over it. It's got depends undergarments written all over it.
It's been a busy Thursday here. You know, Sedano, we had a lot of Lakers on today on the radio station.
I heard that. Yeah. I heard. They were all on Mason and Ireland.
And
so,
Travis and Sweet went Mason.
Oh, they had some too?
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Anything good come out of there?
How many new players did we have on today?
Wow. I mean,
6.
that was the silence is deafening. There,
I was trying to
feel
think
like.
through, but I think 5 or 6.
Who do we have on total?
No, but I asked you a question, Christopher. I said,
yeah.
was there anything good that came out
Well, I
of
need to
there?
go back and review the tape.
Okay.
But I will. You'll hear some promos on about it.
Who was all on? Which new players were on? Gabe Vincent was on?
Gabe Vincent.
I assume?
Yeah.
Funchy, did you hear any of this? Gabe Vincent was on today? Who else?
Yes.
Did all the new guys
All the
make
new
it
guys
in?
spoke, yes.
Jackson Hayes, he made
Jackson
it in?
Hayes, yes.
Okay.
Rui was on.
Rui came
Rui
in
is
today?
on with
Yeah, we know
Mason
about
Arnold,
Rui
yes.
and his dead grandfather, thanks
Right,
to Mason.
Right.
Yes.
How about Austin Reeves? Austin Reeves show up today?
No.
He's not. He's the only one that didn't do
Wait,
it.
Austin Reeves is now too big time.
Big time, big
I mean,
time.
come
Well,
on,
he's getting ready for Team USA stuff.
Oh, he
Yeah.
got his own
Captain
sneakers
America.
now? Yeah.
Yeah, he's Team USA, dude. He's got to get ready and focused for that stuff.
Oh, he does? And this would
Yes.
this would take him off track in some way?
Well, I would imagine that he's probably in Vegas already just doing the qualifying stuff, getting ready for the qualifying stuff.
Couldn't get on the phone, though, today, huh?
Well, they've got the World Cup of basketball.
When
this
is
year.
that? When's that happen?
This summer.
No, but, does it happen tomorrow?
I mean, no, but I would imagine their training camp starts very soon, if not already.
Come on. We don't need to make excuses for the guy. He could come on for a few minutes. Come on. Come on,
What-
Big Austin.
You always
Come
want
on,
everyone
Big
to
AR.
do what you want them to do.
Yeah, well, because it seemed like everybody was on today other than Austin Reeves, so that
Okay.
you're missing out, though. Listen to me.
But
Think about it
Austin
like
Reeves
this.
came on with us last season,
Well,
didn't he, or whatever?
Well,
I mean-
but maybe he should come on with us here this afternoon. Don't you see? It's the only guy that hasn't been on yet today.
maybe he's busy, Cappy.
George.
Maybe he's allegedly having some sort of libation or cocktail or beer or
Good. That'll make him looser. That'll make him more fun.
meal with Taylor Swift again.
Hey, again.
Did you know she's got a new album coming out tonight at midnight?
Allegedly.
Oh,
Yeah.
because producer Emily was saying it's a new album, but it's a re-record.
No. I meant allegedly he was with her the first time.
Oh,
That's what I was.
but yeah,
he-
but
if
another
he's-
new album for some reason.
If he's with Taylor Swift, then I can say to him, "Hey, dude, do me a favor. Hand the phone to T Swizzle because I need to talk to her about these $700-800 tickets at
Right.
SoFi, and I need
Yeah.
to be backstage. So hand the phone over, pal."
But they added a night. You didn't get in on that?
No, didn't know about it, and
Oh.
then people started getting emails, and they got these great seats at. You ready for these reasonable prices? $700.
Well, that's much better than what it's going to be on the
Secondary market.
Secondary
I
market.
mean, I just can't believe Taylor Swift is so loved and adored, and she has such a connection with her audience.
Dude, have you
they're
not paid attention?
$600, $700.
Yes.
And
God, I hate that.
I got to be honest. That's what the bowl was on Sunday night.
I know, but it bothers me, man.
Why does it bother you that you have to spend money that you made?
No, that much.
So dude. She's the most popular star in America right now,
but-
arguably.
But let me ask you a question.
Go
How
ahead.
many 16-year-old girls can say, "Oh, I'm going to wait in line and buy tickets to go see Taylor Swift for $800"?
Well, that's where you come in.
Right, that's
Yeah,
it. So
exactly.
so she's gouging me, the parents, rather than the kids. It bothers me. And
Okay,
I love
well-
T-Swizzle.
You make good money, bro. You can afford it.
I don't know about that. I would have a real hard time.
How about
buying
you do? How about
$600,
just
$700
not take your
tickets.
athletic greens for a couple months, and you'll be able to afford the Taylor Swift tickets.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. On a day like today, I feel like that extra pair of underpants in the back of the car.
This isn't a funny bit when I have to drive with you.
No, it is actually. It's even funnier. It's funnier. Trust me when I tell you. I got a pair of Depends for you though. They'll
I
fit
don't
you.
need them.
Yeah, you're gonna need them. You're gonna need them later. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah.
All right, Georgie. So it turns out, was D'Angelo Russell on today? Was D'Lo on?
No.
Okay, so Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell should both be coming on with us because Jackson Hayes and Torian Prince, Cam Reddish on today?
Yes.
Reddish was
D'Angelo
on,
Russell-
yes.
Okay, Cam's on, Rui was
D'Angelo
on.
Russell is probably somewhere like vacationing, if I had to guess.
Right, so he should call from wherever he's at.
By the way, I think
Why-
we just got tagged in our first ever thread.
Oh, really?
All of us
By
from
the way-
at ESPN Los Angeles.
I love
Just
threads.
because you want us to call you while you're on vacation or on Rachel's birthday weekend or whatever doesn't mean Austin Reeves or D'Angelo Russell want us to do that.
Well, I can
to
tell
bother
you
them.
that you're. Here's what I can tell you: D'Angelo Russell, I can't speak for my man. Okay, Austin Reeves, 100% wants to call us. That I know for sure.
for sure.
This is a good time for me to talk to Rob. Hey, Rob, it's 4:37. Do me a favor, will you? Call Austin or text him and tell him that we want to talk to him here this afternoon.
When you give time checks, you got to say in the Southland.
It's 4:37:45 in the Southland. This is Rob Pelinka time.
Yeah.
And Rob, really cool jacket yesterday at all these pressers, dude. Really cool. I had one just like that. I got it at the Chess King back in like '87, and they're back in a huge way. No, they're back. I promise you, dude. I'm getting one immediately. Immediately. Like when I lose 20 pounds, but I'm getting one. Anyway, George, as you were.
As I was.
That's
I mean,
right.
more as you were.
Really?
I mean, you can tell you took the athletic greens because I'm usually the one that's sped up a little bit here
Right.
because I like to get the energy going. But you, after those athletic greens, are on fire.
I have
right
been
now.
sitting in the back for like an hour doing push-ups and like walking around. Like I can't sit still.
I think
You
you
know?
also got something from the Cappy stash.
Well, The Cappy stash apparently is going to be growing this evening because Chris is taking me to your favorite place, George.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, the Green Cross Fieldhouse or whatever it is in Torrance.
The Green Cross
That's
of
where they play
Torrance.
basketball, at the field house.
Because I need a very specific item, and nobody can seem to help me around here. The whole back place, all they do is...
Did you get Chris's number?
I did, but I just will go and buy. I don't need...
No, I know, but he'll have it. He'll check to get it for you.
I'll text him then. I'll text him.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a good guy, this
And
Chris.
tell him I'm not trying to get anything. I'm just like Ireland gave me your number and
But
Sedano told me he was there.
Yeah, but I don't
and
wanna-
Sedano said to go to text you because you're looking for this specific item and you want to know if they carry it.
I don't want Ireland to think that he helped me in something because then he's going to think I owe
He's
him
gonna
something.
hold-
I mean,
gonna
I
hold
could have
over your
given
head.
you his number and email too. I mean,
Well, then
it's
why don't
fine.
you do it? Then why do you
I mean,
ask
I'm the
us
one
to-
that gave it to John.
Right, so give it to us.
And they'll be like, Chris, it's John.
I will.
Ireland. It's John. Chris, can we get more Ireland promos on? Mace is always the funny one in the promos. Can we make it more John?
Oh, really? He wants more John centric.
He's never asked
No,
you
he
that.
hasn't,
in his
but
life.
I could hear him saying it.
Oh, you could.
Make sure you build me up as the voice of the Lakers, John Ireland.
Wow, really? Yeah. I'll tell you, today I saw.
Why do you make John's voice more gravelly
I don't know.
Why is
than
that?
it is?
Hey, Funches, make sure that Chris puts the voice of the Lakers, John Ireland, when he introduces me.
Funchy, is this true?
I'm not going to say yes or no, but yeah.
It's
Okay.
not.
Man,
He
it's
doesn't
just
want
it's
beef.
July 6th. We're just trying to get through it, okay,
Hey, look,
Jack?
it's fun. It's not July 6th.
We did like an
Is
hour.
it? Yeah, it is.
We
It
did
is
an
July
hour today
6th.
on,
Oh, wow.
on Travis chipping his tooth on the coffee
I'm looking
cup.
at this Green Cross stuff over here. It looks good.
Yeah?
The Green Cross Fieldhouse?
Yeah, it does. Looks good.
Nice. So, George, I think you said before the break, that you wanted to talk about this Brittany Wemby issue. Am I right?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is going to be a real thing this weekend, especially when he plays tomorrow.
When you say a real thing, so
It's going to be discussed all day, is my guess. Mm-hmm. Like, this is going to be a news item tomorrow all over TV. If it, it's already like starting to get there now because of the TMZ report initially this morning. But I think by tomorrow it will have built because it will have had a whole news cycle on the sports shows and all that stuff. Like, there's going to be a lot of chatter about it, is my point.
Have you heard today? I saw the video. Wemby, it looks like
I did
he's
not
finished.
see the video.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the video of what? Of the altercation?
No. The video of so the reporters now go to Wemby after I assume practice today,
Yeah.
and they start talking to him about this, and he is a child.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look like anybody's been doing media coaching. Like, hey,
He's
they're
19.
Right? They're
Yeah.
going to ask you about this. Just say no comment, or say I can't talk about it. Like, my man's willing to talk about it because he's a kid. Like, kind of a weird thing that happened. And I didn't know it was Britney Spears. Do you want to hear what he said?
Well, we have two clips.
Yep.
One when he talks
Yeah,
about
let's
what
just
happened.
hear it.
Okay. Here's what happened.
What happened last night is I saw the news obviously this morning. I woke up to a couple of phone calls, and so yeah, there was something did happen a little bit when I was walking with some security of the team to some restaurant. We were in a hall. There was a lot of people, so people calling me obviously, and there was one person who was calling me, but we talked before with the security, don't stop because it's gonna make a crowd. So I couldn't stop. So that person was calling me, sir, and that person grabbed me from behind. So I didn't see what happened because I was walking straight and he told don't stop. But that person grabbed me from behind, not on my shoulder. She grabbed me from behind. So I just know that the security pushed her away. I don't know with how much force though, but security pushed her away, and I didn't stop to look, so I could walk in, enjoy the nice dinner.
Okay.
I freaking love this kid. I listen, I haven't seen him play ball yet other than like a couple of videos, and it's the first thing I've ever heard him say. I freaking love this kid. I love the storytelling. He's like, hey, man, I didn't see what was happening because if I keep walking, I'm going to like run into the ceiling. You know, like you guys realize I'm 7'6". There's security all around me because I'm a spectacle of a human being. But I got to say, George, I mean, where's Britney Spears' security in all this?
I don't know. You should ask Brittany.
I mean, Britney, girl.
I mean, hit her up on the DMs on Instagram since you follow her, and I know you're always. I mean, I'm assuming you're still,
Totally
stalking her on Instagram.
I am, but I'll tell you this right now. I had to call my security guy today.
Okay.
And I called my security guy. I go, yo, man. I go, how's it like that? How is it that her security guy doesn't talk to their security guy and go, yo, I got Britney Spears right here. Let's get Wemby and Britney together. Now, I understand Wemby's point. We can't really stop because all of a sudden it's going to be like Michael Jackson showed up. You got Wemby and Brittany. I mean, come on, for real? But, I mean, how the Spurs security guy throws hands onto Brittany. Where's Brittany's staff to throw hands back? Don't they carry like nunchucks or something?
I don't believe they carry nunchucks, but yeah. But I would imagine, that's a great question, I would say. But still, nonetheless, not, where was her security is a good question. But still, also, don't turn around and hit somebody.
How do you not recognize Britney Spears, too?
Well, he said that he was
He said he swung first without looking or
okay.
whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I just saw it was a hot chick, so I threw hands.
Exactly.
Well, I don't think he noticed it was. I mean, the way he described it. Again, I'm not trying to explain, anything other than what I read. I thought I read him say he just swung without looking, and then realized it was a woman, and then he realized it was that woman, and then that's when he went and apologized, et cetera, et cetera.
I want some Britney Spears right now. Now I'm in the mood for some Britney Spears. What Britney Spears song do we want to hear right now? That's my question for everybody.
I was going to say something, but it's too soon.
What?
Hit me, baby.
No.
See, that's what I said. It was
That's
too
a
soon.
terrible idea.
That's a great idea. It was very creative, very clever.
No.
It was
very,
bad. It was bad.
very clever.
It was bad, but I
Okay.
said
Terrible
it.
idea.
Okay, give me
I
another
would even
Britney
dump that,
song.
perhaps.
Give me
maybe.
No, come on.
Yeah.
I did it.
Oh, please. All right, listen.
I'm not the only one that has said that, by the way.
I feel like I need some Britney in my life is what I'm saying, George. That's all I'm saying.
I'm a slave for you.
I don't know.
Toxic?
I don't care. Honestly,
Oops, I did it again.
Now that's what I want. Some classic Britney when Wemby wasn't even born yet. Man, oh man. Britney Spears wants to say hi to Wemby and she gets thrown around.
Okay, I don't think she got.
That's not cool, George.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened other than what I read, and it didn't sound like she was thrown around either. So
Yeah,
I mean, she was hit, she was struck, which it shouldn't be done. So I think that considering our history with some of these legal conversations, now we should probably steer away from.
I got
this.
news for you.
True,
Though.
I dumped it. Don't trip.
I got to tell you guys something though. I mean,
you have been, one time we had a conversation about a situation, and then it led to lawyers. So I'd prefer not to have that conversation again. To then talk to lawyers again.
Did it again? Yeah.
All right, coming up next, Cappy.
Yeah.
Let's get into a couple of other things. All right, let's talk about this Shohei Ohtani stuff because now this seems to be gaining traction about Shohei's future. Let's touch on that in just a second. Stick around, but first, let me tell you about our friend Jacob and Ronnie. Listen, guys, you get into an accident, it's very simple. The first call you need to make is call Jacob. When you're injured in an accident, one of the first calls you receive is usually from the other person's insurance company. They want to give you money. Don't fall for this trick. They're offering you money to replace or repair your vehicle, but will that cover the medical bills? Any of the lost wages for your time that you missed for work? Safe to say the answer is no. You shouldn't have to pay any money out of pocket to fix your car or go see a doctor. And if you're missing work, which in turn is making your paycheck less than normal, don't do this to yourself, all right? Look, you know who to call. You call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. Jacob will deal with the insurance company, help you with the rental car, schedule your doctor appointments, with nothing coming out of your pocket, okay? That's right. You don't pay a dime out of pocket while Jacob helps take care of you and get you the settlement that you deserve. So remember, a lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. You call Jacob, man, he's going to win for you. So call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com.
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
What a roller coaster of a season for our Lakers.
From a season start that left us all feeling hopeless.
And the Lakers going to fall to 2-10 on the season.
Rob making huge moves at the deadline.
Vanderbilt went over 3 Warriors and grabbed it and put it back up and in.
Hope returning to Crypto.com in the Southland.
Here's D'Angelo Russell. Kicks it right side. Hachimura for 3. Good again. This kid can't miss. One-on-one against Kenrick Williams. Backing him in. Turns. Shoots. Scores! There it is! All hail the new king in town! Young and old, gather round!
It is National Hand Roll Day.
You got to throw hands.
No, like sushi.
Yeah, good.
No, dude. Yeah, food.
Like throw some hand rolls.
What's the place down the street with the best hand rolls, like in the city?
Who's that?
It's over on like 4th Street. I
Tell
can't
me.
think of it right now.
Let me know.
There's one in Santa Monica, too.
Somebody in the circle will know.
Kazunori?
I don't know. I just go to one now.
Good hand rolls.
Which
Beautiful.
one? Which one do you go to?
Kazunori. Oh, beautiful hand roll.
Really? Nice.
Oh.
Get a couple of those this afternoon.
Meanwhile,
Forget
happy
the Snicker
48th
bars.
birthday. What?
Forget the Snicker bars.
I had a Snickers. I'm
Get
so
a
hungry.
hand roll.
I'm hungry.
Let's get some hand rolls.
Can you let me do this?
And actually, so Chris, I'm looking up. Kazunori has multiple locations now. They have one. Let me see. Where's this?
On 4th Street?
Yeah, on one. What's that?
Do they have one on 4th Street?
You know what, Cappy? I'm going to throw that
You're
water
off
bottle
the
right at
rails
you.
at 4:50 today.
In the Southland.
You are legitimately like a 4-year-old today.
It's not
What is
me,
wrong
dude.
with you?
It's not me. I'm taking no
He
blame
got
for
into the
this
Cappy
today.
stash.
I'm taking no blame for this today.
Anyway,
Oh,
you heard
God.
the music a moment ago. Happy 48th birthday to Fitty. 50 Cent. By the way, when Fitty is Fitty, that's going to be like a celebration.
Hell yeah, it is. Fitty's only 48?
Fitty's 48.
I didn't know that. One of the worst first pitches in the history of first pitches.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So how many locations is Kazunori?
Oh, I'm just. Let me see. There's 1. Let me see. 2, 3. 3. Yes.
Where's the third? Santa Monica, downtown, and where's the third?
There's one like. Let me see. Where are we here?
Is there one in South Bay?
Pico,
or-
like Mid Wilshire,
Oh,
Pico
Mid-Wilshire.
Robertson. Yeah,
right.
like in that kind of
You know,
general area.
A classy move by George today would be to order us a couple of hand rolls and have them delivered.
No, I did that once. I had Kazunori delivered here a few years back.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
It's
Doesn't
something you
travel
want
as
to
well?
enjoy in the sushi bar because they sit you.
Yeah.
You sit there, you eat, you're out.
Okay.
They move it through.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Should we go there first tonight?
I don't know if I need a hand roll tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Hyde doesn't
Chris,
I
it's on
definitely need a
it's
hand
on
roll
Wilshire and Crescent Heights on the corner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, let's go there.
No, you want to go everywhere tonight. We're going to Torrance to the Green Cross Red House, and then
Green Cross Red.
then we're heading
The Red Cross Greenhouse?
we're heading to Hermosa
Yeah.
at what's the place?
I don't
Taylor's
know, but
Place.
Taylor's place for his last performance.
I'm
Then
not
we're
going
out
to
in
that.
this. I don't understand. Torrance, we're already there.
Okay, so let's go.
I swear. And then we're heading back to South OC.
Yeah.
Or for me, OC, and then you South LA.
South LA.
Yeah.
South LA. That's right. And for George, right to his second home,
LAX.
Right.
Yeah.
On his
very
way to
soon.
Vegas.
What
On his
airline
way.
you taking over the Vegas, Jack?
You know, I'm a Delta guy.
Delta.
Really?
That sounds good.
This is,
I'm
well,
a
this is
Delta guy.
this is a TV thing, so that's
I'm
Delta
a Diamond Delta guy.
There's nothing like going Delta first class for an hour. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I do.
Just for an hour flight,
Yeah.
but because he's George Sedano,
Right.
He's going to get some wine in, and they're going to decant just for Sedano.
Yeah.
And you know who I'm going to have a drink with tonight?
Who's
Who?
that?
Michael Trudell.
Oh, God. That's so awesome. What?
Michael
love Trudell.
Trudell and
So do
I
I.
will.
I always
we'll
wanted
have
this to be Sedano and Trudell, but then you snuck up
I
on
know.
us.
And then I just kind of weaseled my way in. You know? That's what happened.
So Michael Trudell and I will have a drink or two tonight.
Now, do you think he's sitting in first class?
I mean, they charter.
Oh, they charter.
Oh,
That's right, yeah.
sure, naturally. Right. You mentioned Delta, and I was making some flight reservations here recently to go see my son play football this season back in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. And, the best flight for me is a red-eye from LAX into Pittsburgh, and then it takes off in Pittsburgh at 5 p.m. and lands back in LA at like 8 p.m. But it's on Spirit. Now, I'm telling you, I've looked at every airline, and it's the best time and the best price. So I go to buy the plane ticket. The plane ticket's like $25 round trip. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then they start gouging you, right? Hey, you want to carry on a piece of paper on the plane? That's $500.
Hey, do you want the plane to have fuel?
Right. Hey, if you want to wear your shoes on the plane, it's $1,000, right? So I actually bought the upgraded Spirit package, which allows me to wear a backpack, wear underpants, and I can check in a bag, and it only costs like $100. Whereas if you did that all individually at the airport, $20,000.
Mm-hmm. I would go to Pittsburgh with you one day because I want to have a Permanente Brothers sandwich.
Okay.
Not this summer, but maybe next summer.
Well, how about this fall?
Maybe fall.
Okay. I'll be going in September, October, November.
Do you like Permanente Brothers?
That's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
What's better?
There's a place called Pepe's.
Do they also put French fries on the sandwich?
They can. They can. Not coleslaw, but they're the home of the Roethlisberger, and that to me is a better sandwich. There's also Uncle Sam's, which would be good for you.
Why good for him?
Yeah, it's just because he loves America.
I do love America, Jack.
That's right. So anyway, George, where were we?
I don't even remember anymore. I gotta be honest with you.
Funchy just about fell off his chair. Funch, where were we?
Honestly, I don't even know either. That's why I'm laughing.
If it makes you feel any better, he's got all my information about how I'm getting to the arena tomorrow, but I don't think that interests anybody.
Well, I got something that might interest you. I needed to do this live read anyway. Our friends at Jada Toys, you've heard us talk about them. Okay,
yes.
They do special toys, custom toys for Disney, Jurassic Park, everything. They're having a big event Saturday in Costa Mesa at Ancillary Studios. It's called Jada Homecoming, okay? And they've got their new Pink Slips die cast, which is a special collectible that they're not getting released to the public until August. So if you're one of the 10 ESPN LA listeners that could win this thing on Saturday, just be there. Jada Homecoming, Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa. I'm having trouble with Costa Mesa for some reason. 4 to 7 p.m., the ESPN LA promo team's going to be out there, and it's going to be a fun event. So be there on Saturday.
Okay, Christopher.
Well
Thank
done.
You know what we'll do is, Cappy, what we were going to talk
but-
about was the Angels kind of having to call it here pretty soon is what we were going to talk about.
Yeah. And
what does that mean for Ohtani? So you and I kind of went over a few possible trade scenarios if you're the Dodgers. I've actually got a couple more for you.
Okay.
And I want you know, we do a little Sedano and Cap theater, and I can be the Angels general manager, and you can be you want to be Andrew Friedman?
Yeah, I'll be Andrew Friedman, and you be what's his name?
What is his name?
Oh, my God.
Right, Bunch?
I think it's Perry Maniason.
What's his name?
Is it Perry Maniason?
Yeah,
the Angels GM still?
Yep. Used to be
Perry Mason.
Had that TV show.
No, not Perry Mason. But so let's do that on the other side. I feel like we can have some fun with that today, and then we can kind of regroup here because you are just all over the place. I can't. You are like a raging bull that I cannot control today. So it's you and those greens, and probably the other. And I don't mean just the athletic kind.
And Morales, and throw Morales into the mix.
Nah, I think it's more you today, but it's okay. Whatever, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work, Cappy. Okay. You do you, boo. All right, that's next.
Are you ready to score big this summer? This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
What a roller coaster of a season for our Lakers.
From a season start that left us all feeling hopeless.
And the Lakers going to fall to 2-10 on the season.
Rob making huge moves at the deadline.
Vanderbilt went over 3 Warriors and grabbed it and put it back up and in.
Hope returning to Crypto.com in the Southland.
Here's D'Angelo Russell. Kicks it right side. Hachimura for 3. Good again. This kid can't miss. One-on-one against Kenrick Williams. Backing him in. Turns. Shoots. Scores! There it is!
Sedano Kap, live imaging Thursday. It is time for what you need to know.
Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Who's doing it today, Laura or Funchy?
Sitting
Laura.
in for producer Lindsay. Take it away, producer Laura.
Hi, guys. All right. So I'm not a big soda drinker, but I do like me some pizza, and I love pineapple on my pizza. I know that's weird for some people. Whatever. Get over it. But Little Caesars actually partnered up with Pepsi.
Pizza.
Yes.
Well, that's what you get. The little guy goes, pizza, pizza.
Yeah, that was good, Cap. That was good. But,
Pizza, pizza.
Mario version. Okay, so Pepsi partnered up with Little Caesars, and they're reintroducing the Pepsi's pineapple soda, and it's going to start on July 17th. You can only get it at Little Caesars. I don't know if I'm into
What?
that. Yeah, pineapple soda.
What?
Pineapple Pepsi or just pineapple soda?
No, pineapple Pepsi.
What was the pineapple soda for years? Is that still around? Like,
Is it the cactus cooler?
Oh, that was cactus soda.
No, that's
Cactus cooler, yeah. But they got pineapple
Cactus
in there.
Jack?
What?
Not Cactus Jack?
Is Cactus Jack still around?
No, the wrestler?
Oh. No, Cactus Cooler. Didn't that have some pineapple in it?
I think so.
I don't know.
But this
Dole,
is like
Dole
Pepsi.
pineapple juice?
Yeah, but that's
Dole
not
Whip?
soda.
So, but why would I want to drink pineapple Pepsi soda?
Sounds bad.
You know what? I'm just saying that if that's what you like and you want to get it in with that, you can.
Oh,
the only place to
the
get
only
it.
pineapple soda I've ever had is like a Spanish one called Jupiña.
Oh, I love Jupiña.
Well, doesn't like Inca Cola have one? Isn't
Yes.
that pineapple?
Inca Cola, I
Cola,
guess, has
yes,
one
yes,
too.
they
But
do.
Jupiña,
Yep.
I want to
Jarritos
say...
has one.
Jarritos has one?
I believe so.
Fanta has one too. Fanta.
Oh, Fanta.
Yeah.
Oh, Fanta.
Yeah,
So I mean,
Fanta's pineapple.
there's a few, pero if you want the Pepsi one,
Pero.
like you can
Yes,
go
I
to.
know. Like I do now.
So off the rails. Anyways, go to Little Caesars July 17th if you want to try the Pepsi pineapple soda. It's not my jam.
I know, not my jam either. But
But
Chris, I'll tell you, the other day on 4th of July, I went into a bar restaurant, and this buddy of mine ordered a martini with a grilled pineapple.
Oh yeah.
And I've never had that before, so I said, I'll have one of those. And he was like sipping on this thing, going, oh my God, this thing is so good. And I love pineapple. And I sipped on it. I'm like, no, it's not, doesn't taste real good to me.
Now,
It has
do you like
smoky feel.
straight pineapple on your pizza or like pineapple, pepperoni, the whole mishbuka? What do you do?
I
You
do
got to have like
Hawaiian.
other things on there. Yeah.
Hawaiian. The ham and pineapple.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Hawaiian.
ham.
Yeah, ham.
Bacon.
What you
oh,
mean?
no.
Ugh, you weirdo.
Ham is good.
Okay, espérate. Why don't you like pineapple on your pizza, Fonch?
Because it's disgusting to me. I don't like it.
That's
It's
overstated.
gross.
That's
But you also don't like air conditioning.
Yes, of course
Wait,
not.
what?
Yeah, he
Why don't
turns
you
up
like
the
air
heat
conditioning?
everywhere.
Chris likes to fight with me because I like to put up the heat a little bit. In the
A little
bullpen.
bit.
No, I've told you why. Funchy's a tropical brother. just
Yeah,
like
man.
Me.
Jeez.
Just like
Just
me.
like you?
That's
I
right.
don't want to be catching no colds.
I mean, I'm a tropical brother too, but I don't like it hot.
I know you are. Yes, we are all tropical brothers.
My thing is, I hate when people say pineapple doesn't belong in a pizza because it's a fruit. And I said, so is tomato, so get over it.
Oh, really? Wow.
Tomato sauce, you know?
Oh, tomato
So
sauce.
you don't want to get hand rolls. Should we get a Hawaiian pizza of some kind this afternoon?
I need a pizza. I eat a pizza right now, the entire thing.
Really?
I'm so
Okay,
hungry today.
do you guys want, I
get
can
one.
order food. What do you guys want? I can order
Hand
sushi.
rolls and pineapple pizzas.
Do you guys want sushi? I'll order sushi for my friends.
Pineapple
Wow.
soda,
We're
too.
good. We're
We're
good.
good.
We
We're
got to
good.
go to Torrance.
Yeah, we're going
the
to
Green
Torrance.
Cross Red House.
You guys have 2 hours. Are you going to make it?
Yeah, we're good.
Well, you need to know these guys need food. I'm like, damn, they're cranky.
We're good. We aight. We aight.
I don't know. Anyways,
All right,
pineapple
that is
soda.
what you need to know, I guess. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza. Do you want that new
Turtle.
Do you want that new Hawaiian Pepsi? Come on into Little
Hawaiian
Caesars.
Pepsi?
I don't know. Do you want the
Hawaiian
pineapple
Pepsi?
Pepsi?
Yeah, pineapple Pepsi.
Pineapple. There's no ham in the Pepsi.
There's some pineapple Pepsi for El Trafico.
What is happening today? I feel like it's Friday today.
It is Friday.
Friday like a
It
mug.
is Friday for me, that's
it is
for
Friday.
sure.
It is Friday. That's right.
So,
Well, that's right.
I
The
won't
great
be here
Beto
tomorrow.
Duran was here today, prepping already for tomorrow's show with Cappy.
was?
I
wasn't
know,
really
I heard
prepping.
that.
He wasn't
now,
really prepping for tomorrow's show.
He said to me, hold on.
Why don't
and
you
I
like
maybe,
Beto?
No, it's not that. It's like he wouldn't even look at me when I was here.
Well, he right. Well, it's funny you say that because he texted me and he said I was in studio and didn't say hi to Cappy. He's paranoid. LOL.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's like he didn't even like
That's not-
he
listen.
wouldn't even make eye
Well, wait a
contact with me.
minute.
It was weird. I was like, I walked by. He was sitting in a back studio. He was on a phone. I smiled. I waved like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like I was excited to see him. He like immediately turned down, like, "Don't look at me." And then he was in here in studio.
But Corporate Greg and I had a conversation with him today about being a better teammate, and this is what he's doing.
No, I also think you're an exaggerator.
I am.
You guys had
You?
a meeting with
Yeah, you.
I mean, I all I know is he was here, and then I was like, "Where's Beto?" Like I smiled.
He was
Hey.
great with me.
Yeah, I was like, "What's up?"
He's going to play golf with us on Saturday. Actually, it's Mario Beto and Tommy and I on Saturday
oh
at Black
my
Gold.
God, I'm so jealous. I'd like to play.
Hey,
You are
Chris,
not
let's play
invited.
golf.
I know. Yeah, we've already got a foursome.
Oh, wow.
You got any of those balls that Cappy gave you?
Whoa. Yeah.
Where are those?
Oh, you got any more
Callaways?
Callaways in the car, by the way, Jack?
I don't. Maybe I do. You know, I drive around with like a promotions,
pharmacy?
Promotions closet in my back of my car. All right, George, where were we? Again, where were we?
Oh, so Shohei Ohtani. So the Angels stink, right? That's it. It's over. Like, Trout's not going to be there for a while, and Shohei's already not going to pitch in the All-Star game. So shouldn't we just make a deal here? Like, if you're Andrew Friedman, you're Andrew Friedman.
Okay.
Don't you call me?
If I'm Andrew Friedman, I call you George Sedano, and I say what?
Yeah, not me, George Sedano.
Oh.
You call the Angels. Remember, we're role playing.
Oh, right. What's
I'm
his
Perry
name?
Maniason.
Oh, him. Gotcha. Yeah, listen, I thought today, if anybody still reads the paper, Plaschke had a column today in the LA Times that said...
I mean, why are you telling people not to read the paper? They could always read it online. You know that, right?
Yeah, I don't mean like the hard copy. I mean like...
I thought you were like talking about like, getting your fingers dirty or something.
Well, I mean, I used to love that, and now I don't want to get my fingers dirty. So now I'd rather just have it on my phone.
Think about this for a second.
Go ahead.
When you and I were growing up, our parents, perhaps, I don't know if Charlie did, but I know that George Sr. did, used to pay for a newspaper subscription to be thrown on the lawn.
Right.
And it would not have the news that was happening at the moment. You
No.
would have yesterday's news.
Right. You looked at the stock market in the newspaper, and you saw what Amazon did yesterday.
Correct.
I mean, it was the best form of news at the time, I guess. But nowadays, I don't know how many people still use newspapers, certainly not hard copies.
Yeah.
But
online, I mean, if there's a good story, I'll read it.
Well, but here's the thing.
Support journalism, dude. What the hell?
Well, but here's the thing. Do you today find yourself saying LA Times is where I'm going, or do you say ESPN.com or Yahoo or whatever?
I have a rotation of places.
Well, LA Times is still in my rotation, even though I don't hold the paper in my hands anymore. I use the digital version. Plaschke had a column today, and I'll paraphrase.
What did Plaschke say?
He said this. It's time for the Dodgers to go out and get an ace. And if they don't go out and get an ace pitcher this year, they're not going to make any noise of any kind in the postseason.
I agree.
So if you think you have a chance to win a championship, go get a Scherzer-type frontline A-list #1 starting pitcher. Now,
Well, if you're going to do that, just go get Ohtani.
well, that's exactly what I was going to say to you. Is that you were saying yesterday, go make the move for Ohtani. I was saying if you believe Ohtani is the difference between you making the World Series and you not, then that's how your decision should get made.
Yeah.
And
So
if
just make it.
And if getting a frontline A-list starting ace pitcher is your #1 goal, then do anything you have to do to go get the best guy. That's Ohtani.
Would you trade Willie Dills? Not that I think they would ask for him because he's going to have to get paid soon, and I don't feel like the Angels. I mean, they're getting rid of Ohtani because they don't think they can pay him. Not that Willie Dills is going to make that much money, but he's still going to make a lot of money. So they already got 2 guys on their roster that make a lot of money. So they don't want. My guess is they don't want to spend more. So they're going to want prospects. So if it's that, just go. If I don't have to trade Willie Dills, then go ahead, do it.
To be honest with you,
tell them to take whoever they want.
Like if you're the Dodgers, you just have to make this decision. Is Will Smith one of your core guys along with Mookie and Freddie, and you see him in the next 5 years still playing for you? Mm-hmm. Or Ohtani is so great as a pitcher and a hitter that it overwhelms how good Will Smith is as a catcher. And I don't know this because I study the minor league system. I only know this because I listen to Travis and Slee. According to Travis, the Dodgers farm system is stocked with A-list catching prospects. Meaning,
they dealt Ruiz to the Nationals. You know what I mean? Not that long ago. So they've had guys stockpiled at catcher forever. So I'm with you on that. If you're the Angels, you actually probably would prefer one of those guys because you don't have to pay them right away.
Maybe, but
no, maybe yes. I don't think they want Will Smith because Will Smith has to get paid.
When does he have to get paid?
So Will Smith is still dealing. He's arbitration year 2 next year, arbitration 3. He's going to be unrestricted in 2 years.
Okay, and he makes right now. I don't know. Have any idea what Will Smith makes right now?
$5 million.
Okay, great. So think about that. If you were the Angels, for the next 2 years, you have an all-star catcher for pennies. And even if when you go to sign him, he's not likely going to get one of these $400 or $500 million contracts. I don't think. I don't think somebody's going to give him a 10-year, $500 million contract.
Unless you buy him out of some of the arbitration years. Like, he's not getting a 10-year deal because he's already 28 years old. But if you're going to give him at least a 6-year deal, I would imagine, right? So the idea of this to any team is to try to buy him out of the arbitration years a couple of years so you can get a little bit of a discount there because you're not going to pay him $5 next year.
All right,
what's going to happen is he's going to make a lot more than that.
All right. Well, look, all I'm saying is this. If you're the Dodgers, and we all know the Dodgers.
You just don't want to talk about the math part of the equation?
Not really. The arbitration and the buying somebody out of arbitration.
Do you think he's outperformed $5 million?
Of course he has.
So, right. He's probably going to be a $15 to $20 million player in arbitration next year. And that's being, I think, kind. So yeah, like you're going to pay him. Like whoever gets him is going to have to pay him next year.
Still going to cost a lot less than Ohtani. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, agreed. But my point is, if the Angels are not in the business of paying people, he may not be the guy they would want.
The Angels have been in the business of paying people for a long time. It's just the problem is that every time they pay somebody, it never really works out.
But my point is, if they're trying to sell, they're going to want to cut payroll.
Who's selling?
You honestly think Artie Moreno's going to keep that team long term?
Well, he last year tried to sell and thought that it was worth about $4 billion and found out reality is he's in Anaheim, not in L.A. And if he doesn't want to get realistic about what the team's value is, then he's probably going to hold on to it. I mean,
I still think he's selling.
All right, well, listen, these are all hypotheticals. All we're getting at is this.
You'd rather have Diego Cartaya or one of those guys, like the catching prospect. What's the other kid they have rushing?
I have no idea who any of these guys are. I don't know.
Cartaya is a guy that everyone. I mean, they're expecting him potentially in the majors next year.
I expected him in the majors last year. I mean, based on my scouting reports on the guy.
I'm just telling you, he's a guy that everybody wants.
Okay.
Like, that the Dodgers are very high on. And that if they were going to make a deal, he's probably the first guy that's going for somebody.
All right, look here, but let's just go back to the original premise. If you're the Dodgers and you think that a frontline ace, number one starting pitcher is the difference between you and the World Series this year, well, there's a guy who not only fits that bill, but will also be your best home run hitter. So, you know what? Take the risk, throw caution to the wind, go for it yet again this year, and then you'll try and sign Ohtani because you've got him in-house.
Okay.
And if you're the Angels, you know, you've fallen off the cliff. You were kind of hanging on, and everybody was sort of waiting, is it going to happen? And then you've fallen off the cliff, and you get swept by the Padres, and Trout's out, and Ohtani's out, and Rendon's out, and what are you going to do?
I don't know. What are you going to do?
I think you're going to have to trade Ohtani now. I think that the circumstances have
Right,
dictated.
but if you're the Dodgers, do you just say whatever it is, go, other than Mookie and Freeman?
Yeah, I do.
Save that thought for the other side.
No, I ruined it. See?
I mean,
I ruined it. I ruined it by saying I do. Strike that from the record, Your Honor, please.
Oh, my God. All right.
Coming gutless, Cappy.
Gutless and fast.
Cappy wants to ask me what this NBA tournament, midseason tournament it is. What the hell is this? Help us, Sedano, it says here in the rundown.
That's right.
Okay, well, I'll get to that. And we'll get to the latest on this Dame saga, which is now taking another twist, because that's literally the only thing people are talking about in the NBA other than Wemby and Britney at the moment. So we'll get to all that. Stick around, 710 ESPN.
There's nothing. This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
All right, we did this yesterday. We do it again. Combat poker at the Commerce Casino. You got to be a part of this. So it's free to enter. The top 18 advance to the second round. I'd probably be top 300, but that's okay. That's just me. Top 18 advance to the second round. Chance to win $10,000. All you got to do is go to ESPNLA.com. That's ESPNLA.com. Make sure to enter.
Shohei Ohtani to the Dodgers, dream or likely?
I hope he comes soon.
You know, he's the Babe Ruth of our day, right? The pitching and the hitting together. Some people think that the Dodgers didn't make a lot of moves in the offseason because they were saving budget for possibly trying to take a shot at Ohtani. I think one of the things that people don't understand about the organization is they're involved in every negotiation. Just because you don't cross the finish line with somebody and sign them doesn't mean you will.
Sedano and Cap. On this day in 1995, Alanis Morissette released the song, this one, You Ought to Know, as a single. There's something that's coming that we're going to have to dump. There we go. Let's pop that down for a second. Now you can put it back up.
Yeah.
She was angry when she released this album.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was angry at Joey from Full House.
Was it really Joey from Full House?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's who she's talking
Yeah,
about?
it was about Dave Coulier. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Well, you know, in 1996, this album was playing when I became a man.
Oh, really? You were bar mitzvahed in 96?
No.
Oh.
It's close, though.
Yeah.
It was the summer of 96, Jack. Bam!
Dave Coulier actually did an interview on SiriusXM. I'm reading here last year, and they asked him about it, and the quote in the top of the People magazine article says, I started listening to it. Hold on, something popped up. I started listening to it, and I thought, ooh, I think I may have really hurt this woman.
Damn. This is the dude who was the Uncle
thanks.
Joey, the comedian guy?
Yes.
He had enough game to get under Alanis Morissette's skin this badly that she wrote this top hit song about that guy?
Well, a whole album was about him, apparently.
I mean, look at Taylor Swift. Some of the guys she dates are like, and she writes full albums.
Really? Like who? Like Austin Reeves?
Yeah, but John Mayer
I'm
and
not
Uncle
messing
Joey.
with that.
Don't
Oh.
get...
John Mayer.
Good point, Funch. Good Good point.
All right, George, listen, let me ask you a question because I'm a little confused here. I've seen Woj's tweets, okay? ESPN sources. The NBA's new in-season tournament Final Four is set for December 7th and 9th in Las Vegas. Statistics will count for the league's regular season except for the championship game of the event. I'm reading this tweet and I'm going, what are we talking about here? What's going on? What Final Four? What in-season tournament? What stats counting? Can you know the story on this thing?
Yeah, I've been talking about this for years.
Okay, well, is it really, really happening now? It's in stone? It's
Adam
happening?
Silver just decided to talk about it for his health.
Well, then go ahead. Explain it to everybody.
I mean, basically what will happen is, in the beginning part of the season, there will be certain games that are designated that are cup games, right? And the WNBA, actually, it's funny because we went to a game yesterday, has the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't. Don't lie.
It was awesome.
But they have the same thing. They have cup games. So basically, if you play the teams in your conference, the first home game and the first road game count for the cup standings, right? And that's the same thing will happen in the NBA. The first 6 weeks of the regular season, teams will play against their teams that are in their groups, which will be their conferences or divisions or whatever. And then they'll play a home game and a road game, and those standings will count towards the cup, and that's how they'll have the seedings for the cup. At the end of the day, the tournament will conclude at a neutral site. The Final Four will conclude at a neutral site. My guess is Vegas, if I had to guess.
Well, that's what they're saying.
And
but how many teams are in this thing?
I just told you the regular season games. Some of them will be designated.
I heard you, but what I'm asking is how many
so then
teams
you get
will
so
make it
so what'll
in?
happen is there will be a separate standings group that says here are the cup standings,
Right.
okay, based on the teams the games they've played in the regular season. Then the 4 teams that have the best records will be plucked out of there, will play in the tournament, and the winner of the tournament, each player on the team will receive $500,000.
Okay, so it's only the top 4 teams. It's only 4.
Correct.
Okay, and how long does this last? Do you know?
Well, apparently they're saying there'll be wild card teams too, but whatever. It'll only be like 6 teams, it looks like. So, how long will it last? I just told you. It'll be the first 6 weeks of the season.
No. How when they stop the NBA season to say
It'll
we're
just
having
be
this?
Yeah, they're only playing a couple of games, so it'll stop for a couple of days and that's it. Then they'll move it on. They'll keep it moving.
So to win this mid-season tournament, you'll have to win 2 or 3 games?
Yes.
Wow. All right.
There's 2 games. There'll be 4, a Final Four eventually.
Yeah, but you said that they might have 6 teams because
Right,
there
but
could be wild cards.
The Final Four, right? But I think that's part of just like, what I'm reading here is and what I know is that the Final 4 teams will appear in the neutral site location.
Right. So I guess what I'm saying is this: is that when I started to see these tweets from Woj, I was like, "Hello, can I just have like some real detail here? Like I don't feel like I've got real detail."
Most people that follow Woj probably read his stuff more regularly than you do, other than the headlines and the tweets.
Yeah, but we're sitting here talking about it. It doesn't sound like you know what's going on.
I mean, I have at least a decent idea of what's going on.
You just said you're reading something.
Well, I'm reading something because I wanted to be sure that what I was talking about was factual, Cap. Well, unlike you, I care about what comes out of my mouth.
Well, here's what I care about: understanding this tournament. Is it 4 teams show up in Vegas? Is it 6 teams show up in Vegas? Is it 12 teams that show up in Vegas? Does it
Here's
shut
from the
down
official
the season for 2 weeks?
official release. You ready?
Yeah, thank you.
Teams will be assigned 6 interconference pools of 5, not necessarily by division. On designated days during the first 6 weeks of the regular season, teams will play in 4 group games, 1 each against the other teams in their pool. So basically, there'll be games, as I mentioned, that'll be designated for this pool play, for this tournament, and the winners of each pool and 2 wildcard teams will advance to a single elimination tournament. So there you have it. Tiebreakers to determine the 8 participants, such as point differential, and still being discussed. So there it is. There's actually 6 pools, right? Then the wildcard teams, and then they'll play. Once they whittle that down, they will whittle it down to a semifinals and finals that a tournament will be held in a neutral site.
Well, there you have it, everybody.
Oh, great insight, Cappy.
Well, I don't understand now. Is it 8 teams or is it 6 teams?
Oh, for the love of freaking God.
He's going to lose it.
He is going to lose it. Just before he gets on a flight.
I'm not. I don't care
lose it.
enough.
Don't lose it.
I'm not.
Is
I don't
it
care
8
enough.
teams? I think that's what you said. You said 8 teams. You said 6 pods and then 2 wild cards. To me, that's 8 teams. Right?
Yes, Cappy. Yes.
Okay, so we went from 4 to 6 to 8.
Correct. And what will happen is the final 4 will be held at a neutral site. The 2 previous games will be held based on record at the home team's facility or arena.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. Let me make a prediction for you. All right.
Yeah.
The team that wins this midseason tournament gets knocked out in the first round of the playoffs and then doesn't stop complaining about how the midseason tournament put 4 more games on their legs.
Well,
and they didn't get the rest.
here's where you're wrong because
Okay,
there's
tell
not
me.
going to be 4 more games.
How many are there?
The most any team will play this year, including winning the midseason tournament, will be 83 total games.
They're only playing 1 extra game?
They are counting these things as part of the schedule.
Oh. I didn't know that. I mean, they said that the stats were going to count as regular season stats, but I didn't know that it was going to count in the regular season standings. These are
They do
the
this in
kinds of
soccer.
details that I
They do this
need.
in soccer and every other country in the world. It works out just fine.
Okay. Listen, I'm a detail guy. Just want everybody to know that. I like details. I don't like headlines. I like details.
Do you like details?
I do.
I feel like
I rely
you are
on
the opposite of someone who likes details.
No. I love details. And I rely on someone like you, an NBA insider, versus someone like me, an NBA outsider, to know the details so that guys like us can count on guys like you for information that we're talking about. Does everybody get what I'm saying?
Not really.
No?
But nonetheless, it's December 7th through the 9th.
It's happening this year.
Yes, in the year of the Lord 2023.
So you're going for Summer League tonight, and then we're going to have to go back on December 7th. Now, December 7th...
I mean, I don't know if I will be assigned those games because then I don't know who's going to be broadcasting those games.
Well, December 7th, is that not a day that lives in infamy?
Yes, Pearl Harbor.
How's that for history right there, people? How about that?
Well, it's a pretty famous date in our history.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like that
and
was...
there's a
like
Netflix.
9/11,
There's
sir.
like a Netflix documentary that, for some reason, producer Lindsay still hasn't been able to find.
Oh, I feel like that was like kind of showing off, and that was kind of an American history flex.
Well, it wasn't a great day in our history, so.
No, but I mean, it was like the fact that I knew it, I thought was pretty good. I think December 9th, is that Elvis's birthday? I just
I
made that one
honestly
up. I
don't
just
know,
completely made that one
I
up.
was going to say
not
that. That's a
something
wedding
that I
day for
think-
somebody, but
I don't-
It is?
yeah,
Really?
somebody's getting married that day this year.
Do we know them?
Do we know
I
them?
think you actually do know him.
Who?
So Cappy, are you
Yeah.
good, or do you need one quick recap, one more quick one, just for since you love details so much?
The details guy.
I'm a detail kind of guy.
No, he
Okay,
doesn't.
ready?
Yeah,
Here we
go
go.
ahead.
6 pools, okay? 5 teams in each pool because there's 30 teams, okay? So the 6 winners of the pools plus 2 wild cards will be in the quote-unquote tournament. However, okay, they will not play in a neutral site until they get to a Final Four. So there'll be 1 round of playing in each other's home court or wherever, whoever has the better record, and then the Final Four in a neutral site, okay? And the release of the schedule, based on the way it is, will have all these games mapped out except for those 3 games that I just mentioned, okay? Because remember, yes, there's 8 teams, but in essence, to win, you only have to play 3 games, all right? So because of that, no team will play more than 83 games, which is only 1 more than anyone else will play in the entire regular season.
I mean, you see, that could have happened a lot sooner. You know, without all the anger.
Well, I was trying to
you know,
think off
and
the top of my
frustration.
head.
I thought you knew this like the back of your hand. I thought like asking
It's
you was
new.
asking Adam
How would I
Silver.
know it like the back of my hand?
I figured you
It
contributed.
hasn't even
some way.
happened yet.
I thought you talked to the league.
I have not talked to the league.
I thought you like sent like suggestions, like, "Hey,
I
here's
did
how
not
it works
send
in
any.
soccer around
No
the
one
world."
asked me for my thoughts on the midseason tournament.
Well, you see, I have a much higher opinion of you and your status in the league than you yourself have, or certainly
No-
that the NBA
no one,
thinks you have.
No one asks me about my
That's
opinion about
unfortunate.
stuff like that.
That's unfortunate.
An unfortunate moment we find ourselves in.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. By the way, do you know what we're doing next?
I do.
What's that?
I think we're doing Radio Tinder, aren't we?
And then what are we doing after that?
And then your boy, Balake. You want to support journalism? Balake Harris is in the house.
Oh, thank God. Finally, someone I can talk to that's not, all screwed up because of his athletic greens.
Easy, easy.
What do you mean easy?
I mean, listen, you got to show respect. Cabby's the co-host here.
I understand, but he's all greened out.
So is Chris. Chris is greened out.
But you had greens.
I took mine in the morning.
Right, you had yours like 6 minutes ago.
Right.
You're hulking out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like.
You're like on greenies.
Pretty soon it's gonna be like.
Oh, ew.
What the?
I mean, I had this beautiful lunch.
What is wrong with
the
you?
shish kebab, the kubidash shish kebab?
Oh, it's nice, the kubidash.
Yeah, it's nice. And then I had the athletic greens after.
Break.
All right, Radio Tinder's up next.
There's nothing like This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
All right, we did this yesterday. We do it again. Combat poker at the Commerce Casino. You got to be a part of this. So it's free to enter. The top 18 advance to the second round. I'd probably be top 300, but that's okay. That's just me. Top 18 advance to the second round. Chance to win $10,000. All you got to do is go to ESPNLA.com. That's ESPNLA.com. Make sure to enter.
Shohei Ohtani to the Dodgers, dream or likely?
I hope he comes in.
You know, he's the Babe Ruth of our day, right? The pitching and the hitting together. Some people think that the Dodgers didn't make a lot of moves.
Oh, no, it's Live Imaging Thursday.
Yeah, lit.
Sedano and Kap. What happened to the Sister Sisters theme song? Sister. Radio Tinder time, we like to play a TV theme. But now, it's Tamara and Tia, right? They turned 45 today. Oh, we keep losing the the Sister theme song. Tia and Tamara, it's their birthday today. Happy birthday. They turned 45. Of course, they were twins on Sister. Was that part of Friday night, TGIF?
No, it was the WB.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the WB, whatever, Wayne's Brothers and all those shows.
I can't even hear it. I hear it.
I think it's only right channel.
But not yet.
Yeah, you don't have your right ear on.
No, I don't.
In stereo, we're available today.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can follow Producer Funches somewhere on the Twitter, Instagram, or Trends.
Threads or whatever.
Whatever.
Threads.
Yeah.
I'm into Threads now.
He's sitting in for Lindsay Baseball. Radio Tinder made possible by Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. By the way, you know who posted about Tequila Mandala last night?
Who's that?
The great Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Really?
Yeah.
Love her. Love her.
Yeah.
Hey, George, do you think it would be a good move or a bad move to bring a bottle of Tequila Mandala to Michael Thompson's Fiesta on Saturday evening?
I think George got mad that the Sister theme song kept cutting out, and he bailed.
He's done with
No,
us?
I'm right here.
Oh.
What do you think, George? Tequila Mandala for Michael Thompson's party?
He said not to bring anything, but if you want to bring something, go right ahead.
What would you bring to somebody's party who says don't bring anything?
I would listen.
Oh, so you think I should show up empty-handed?
Well, I mean, it's Michael Thompson, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you could bring something. I would probably still bring. I would bring him something, like a bottle of wine for him. like something I know he would drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
All
get a
right.
bottle.
I
of
mean,
Camus.
I don't know if he likes tequila, so I don't know the answer to that question.
Camus. He likes
Yes,
Camus.
can't get a
He
bottle
keeps
of
on
Camus.
bring him
saying
some
don't bring
Camus.
anything. He keeps on saying don't bring anything, though.
He did though, because he said like, "Don't forget," and then in big bold letters, capital letters, he was like, "Do not bring anything." I'm like, I can
I
bring
didn't
a
get
bottle.
any of
He's
this
like,
communication. I didn't get any of this.
"No." Well, he doesn't text you.
I know.
Right. I don't think he has your number.
Yeah.
That's why he texts me to tell you.
I have handwritten directions to his house.
That's cute. That's actually really cute.
He wrote them
That
on
is
with
funny,
his hand.
actually.
He really wrote handwritten directions?
Yeah, he said I-5 South, and I told him I was coming from the south, and then he copied out south and he put in north, and then instead of saying go right, he said go left. So he not. I mean, this is cool.
That's really sweet,
Handwritten,
actually.
Michael. What an angel.
Are you bringing Rachel?
Yeah.
Will she be on good behavior for a change, or will she be mean?
No, she's gonna be like ready to party. I'm sure she'll be the life of the party.
She is the life of the party, but then she doesn't like me, so she's not nice to me in the beginning, and then as the drinks flow, she becomes nicer.
Are you bringing sexy classy?
I'm not attending. No,
You're not coming.
No, Michael invited me, but Michael didn't talk to me for like 2.5 years.
So you're gonna hold a grudge?
No, not just that, but like that's a far.
Oh, it's not.
It's far for all of us.
It's very far for me, but I don't necessarily.
Oh, you don't drive. Yeah.
Well, I drive, but just not on the freeway.
Right.
We can pick you up.
It's fine. I need to rest this Saturday. Last weekend was a lot of Lollapalooza. Meanwhile,
Lollapalooza?
I don't know. Did I mention Tequila Mandala?
You did.
I did.
You did.
All right, take it away, Producer Funches.
Thank you, Christopher. It was reported by TMZ that Bronny James was denied entry into a Hollywood club called Puppy this week. A very very hot Hollywood club. Never been there, but the reason why he got turned away, we are finding out, is because he's the age of 18, as we all know.
Yeah,
he was trying to get into a 21 and over club. I'm sure if he would work if he had a fake ID or whatever. So you guys have used a fake ID to get into a bar or a club. Swipe left or swipe right, George?
Yes, swipe right. I did many times when I was young. But back then, I don't think people cared. You know what I mean? It was kind of like the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
And I'm also not famous, so there's that part of the equation too, where it's much easier for a person who's not famous to slip in with a fake ID and then just look at you and be like, yeah, okay, whatever, but just go ahead anyway. Then Bronny James, where everybody knows that he's just graduating from high school.
Yeah, but here's my question: does Bronny James just show up like, "Hi, I'm Bronny, let me in," or does he show up like, "Ain't nobody know who I am"? Does he show up with a fake ID, or does he show up with, "Hey, I'm in the house"?
Did he show up with a fake ID?
No, he did not. He did not.
Oh,
So
I was
he
just
just
going to
showed
say
up.
that part. Yeah, I
So
was gonna say
Bronny
that.
just showed up.
He had
like,
one.
"Yo,
He probably would have got one.
Like, I'm in the house. Like, I'm Bronny James. You should be happy that I'm in your club. And even though it's 21 and up, I'm 18.
Wait, but why do you always do this thing where you like make these like he probably was just figuring, oh, I'll just give it a shot and see if I can get in. You know what I mean?
This is why lawyers get involved sometimes, Cap.
Why?
Because they make assumptions.
No, well, I mean, listen, if I'm 18 years old and I'm famous and I'm rich, I'm thinking to myself, when I show up at the doorman's going to look at me and go, "Oh, hell yeah, Bronny James is in the house. My dog, what up? Come on in. Get through the VIP line."
I mean, he wouldn't be the first underage person in LA that was famous to have that happen,
Yeah.
but I mean, he took a chance and it didn't work out.
But his
Apparently,
dad
he went
is
with an
famous.
entourage with Sharif O'Neal, Shaq's son.
Yes.
And
Nepo babies hanging out.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what the article said. I'm not.
You
I'm
hear
just
what
quoting
she
you.
said here?
okay.
George, you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I mean, that's a shot right there.
I'm not.
That's a
TMZ.
shot.
It was in
That's
the
a
article.
shot at Bronny.
TMZ.
That's
I'm
a
just
shot
taking
at
their
Bronny.
joke.
It's a shot at Sharif. That's a shot at Sharif Abdur Rahim. All right. I mean, that's how far deep this thing goes.
Really?
Wow.
This is the material you're doing?
I mean, it's just a deep slice.
I mean, I am shook.
Nepo babies. Come
I'm
on,
shook
man.
at Funches.
But it said. That's what it said. I thought somebody might agree. Sorry.
What do you think
By
about
the way,
that, George?
Pepe Mantilla just texted me and says he's taking a bottle of castor oil to Michael's house.
Very good. Very, very good, Pepe. I'm going to sit next to Pepe at Michael's.
He's gonna move you.
Are people dropping like flies on this thing?
Now that you've asked that and knowing you're going to drop.
I'm not dropping.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I'm in.
All right, what's next, Funchy?
You realize Mason and Ireland and all of them don't like you. They don't like you.
No,
Oh, that's
Ireland
so
doesn't
mean.
like me.
Chris,
Mason
that's
loves me.
mean.
Yes, he does. Mason
they don't
loves
like
me.
you.
No,
Mason
Mason
loves
loves me.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
George
he does.
would know.
Ireland doesn't. Wait a second, but I just want to say one thing. Not only does Ireland not like me, he really doesn't like George.
No, that's
so
not
that's
true.
a problem.
That's not true.
No, that is true.
No.
That is true.
He doesn't like. They don't like you.
Both of them don't like me?
Well, really, they don't like anything associated with this show.
Okay.
Except me. They put up with me.
Uh-huh.
Wait, they like me.
Yeah, they do like Laura.
Yeah.
They like Laura.
What do you mean? You just said they don't like anything associated with the show. She's associated with the show.
That's true, but they like Laura.
I don't think they do.
No, they really do.
They do.
They're gutless.
Well, they might be gutless, but they don't like you.
No, then they're gutless.
We lost George.
Yeah, we did.
No, I'm here.
Funchy, what do you got?
All right, guys. Harrison Ford, who I'm learning is a very funny, grumpy old man, was on Conan O'Brien's podcast when Conan mentioned that Ford kept on wanting to get his parking validation.
You know, the first thing you did when you came in here is say, I just want my parking validated. And that seems to be your chief concern, is that we validate your parking. When, maybe I'm going out on a limb here, this could be the biggest hour of your career. It's possible. It's possible that this podcast recording will outshine any of your other work.
If he gets a parking validation.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about the car. I'll walk home.
You will walk home rather
On
than
air.
suffer the
On air.
Yeah. All right, guys. Do you make your decisions on where you go based on free parking or validation? Swipe left or swipe right, Cappy?
Oh, we know what he's doing.
I mean, it really, really irritates me. If I'm going someplace and I got to pay for parking and they're not going to validate, that is irritating. That bothers me. That really does. Like in your doctor's office and you're like, yo, you guys got parking validation for me or what? And they're like, no, sorry, we don't validate. And you're like, wait, I got to pay the parking to come to the place to see the doc? I mean, come on, guys, really?
By the way, in the circle, there's somebody dropping tea on Rachel.
Really? What kind of tea?
You need to read it first before we read it on the air.
Oh, my.
Sedano, do you?
Yeah, I don't care. It is what it is. If I got to pay to park, I got to pay to park. Who cares?
He doesn't care.
I mean, there's a lot of places you got to pay to park. So,
Well, I'm free. I like to just park at places for free, so I don't go to places if I have to pay for parking. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Well, Orange County, that's why North OC. You don't have to pay to park in a lot of places. It's nice. There's room for everything. It's not like in parts of L.A. where you got to, valet at the grocery store. You know what I mean?
That's true, but you got to deal with a lot of other stuff in the OC.
Not my part of the OC. We're clean over there. North OC is nice. It's not like South OC, but, I don't really fit in down there. You know what I'm saying?
You don't, huh?
No. Did you read what they wrote? The
No,
tea?
I didn't. No, I haven't seen it.
Never mind then.
You haven't seen it.
All right. What's
Can't
next?
find it.
All right, last one. All right, so
I'm kind of also done with Twitter.
I'm sure you guys talked
I'm on
about
the
this a little bit yesterday. Fanatics.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Threads. So if you if you get on Threads and let's say you want to get rid of Threads, you're like, I want to delete this. This is stupid. I don't want to do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got to delete your Instagram account too.
Exactly.
That's right. I was talking about that earlier. Yeah, in the back.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
It's kind of brilliant.
I mean, okay.
I just
Cap, you might be right.
Obviously, Threads is making a lot of news today, and if you download the app, the one issue I've had today is when you download it, it instantly starts.
Yeah.
Right, because it merges your Instagram. So all of a sudden, you follow everybody you're following on Instagram.
No,
Well, you don't have to.
Well, that happens to me.
No,
and then all of a
because
sudden,
you didn't opt out.
all day long, you're just getting
pounded.
tons of notifications
Right.
because people have already. The minute you join, it follows people. But the problem is, if I didn't, I joined obviously 2 days after everybody else, so now my queue is just full of follow back, and you're just getting notifications nonstop. It's a lot, but. If this is the thing, we got to find out though. Are they going to have communities?
Yeah, if they don't have community, then there's no point in joining
Right.
for me. Yeah,
Wow.
because you're just basically just adding your own handle that you already have
Exactly,
for Instagram.
and everybody's just double posting on everything.
The
now.
question, though, is this. Are we going to be able to duplicate the circle
I
on
just
Threads?
said that.
He literally just asked that.
I mean,
Just said it. Just said
I
it.
totally zoned out on everything you just
I
said.
mean, you're
Totally
literally
just
sitting.
zoned out.
Hold on, you're sitting right next to him.
I totally zoned out on everything you just said.
You missed.
No, I did. I swear to you, I did.
Cappy, you're gutless.
Yeah, totally. So what's the deal?
We don't know. I mean, just
All right,
said
Radio Tinder's brought to you by our friends at Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala, award-winning small batch premium sipping tequila made from the finest mature agaves. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com, and demand the extraordinary with Tequila Mandala. All right, let's do some Dodgers. Let's figure out this whole Shohei Ohtani thing, if it's worth it to go in season with it and try to make a deal with the Angels. Blake Harris, our Dodger insider, is next.
All right, we did this yesterday. We do it again. Combat poker at the Commerce Casino. You got to be a part of this. So it's free to enter. The top 18 advance to the second round. I'd probably be top 300, but that's okay. That's just me. Top 18 advance to the second round. Chance to win $10,000. All you got to do is go to ESPNLA.com. That's ESPNLA.com. Make sure to enter.
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
Quarter in front of 6 p.m. on a live imaging Thursday. It is National Fried Chicken Day. It's also Thirsty Thursday. And on this day in 2019, yes, the number one hit, Little Nas X, featuring Billy Ray Cyrus, Old Town Road. Remember how big this song was? This thing was huge. Turn your mic on.
Totally. Turn your mic on.
Myself? I'm a professional.
You are?
Yeah.
How about that read earlier today?
That was a bad read, man. That was a bad read. But you know what? I've been complaining all day about the bad copy around here. Okay? The fun and games department is really doing stuff with this copy recently.
George, I had to be like a referee earlier in the back between Morales and the fun and games department. Explain to Morales, hey, these guys are fun and games, not copywriting.
Well, Tommy and I are in a war now.
I know it. There's a war.
Why are you in a war with
Because of the
Tommy?
bad copy being sent around here.
Okay.
And you know what Tommy's saying to him? Who needs
He's gutless?
copy? Yeah, well, of course he said he's gutless, naturally. Yeah. But he said, who needs copy? He's like, just a bullet point here or there. You don't need copy.
Yeah, but our guys need copy.
Mm-hmm.
Bullet points don't work on some shows. Okay.
Are you saying other shows it does?
Bullet points don't work on some shows. Other shows it does.
Okay.
But our hosts need copy, a lot of them.
Okay. All right, no problem. All right, Balake's here. Blake Harris, our Dodger insider. Follow him on Twitter at Blake H. Harris. Of course, make sure you check out the podcast Inside the Ravine, and most importantly, subscribe to his Substack where he's doing the Lord's work each and every day covering your
Go,
Los
Chris.
Angeles Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Blake, how are you?
I'm doing okay, guys. I wish we had some better Dodgers news to talk about. I'm sure there's going to be some sad news to talk about, but for the most part, doing fantastic. Enjoying this beautiful 90-degree weather we're finally getting.
Yes.
When you say sad news.
Well, I guess maybe I should have worded it a little differently, but Daniel Hudson, who missed more than a year with an ACL injury, just came back literally last week, pitched last night for the Dodgers, got his first save in over a year. Sounds like he's probably going to miss the rest of the season with an MCL injury after suffering that last night.
Oh, my. Oh, man,
So
I mean,
there you go,
listen,
Cappy.
well,
I
I
would-
mean,
45 minutes ago.
Well, I mean, I literally, I'm not joking. Like, I had no idea what you were talking about because it could be Clayton Kershaw with his shoulder problems. It could be Dustin May with another surgery. Like I did not know where you were going to go with sad news. There's plenty of it going around.
Maybe should have worded it a little differently. But yeah, news just dropped from Dave about 45 minutes ago. So yeah, the Dodgers bullpen takes an absolutely massive hit. I mean, I literally posted an article today on my Substack saying this is huge for the Dodgers, getting a high leverage arm back in Daniel Hudson, because outside of Evan Phillips, they don't really have it. And again, the fact that they were without him for a year, they had him for 5 days. And yeah, the Dodgers said they're hopeful he returns in 2023, but you never want to hear anyone's hopeful to return. That pretty much is the writing on the wall right there.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, so we've been debating this whole Ohtani thing. Like, if you're the Dodgers, do you make an offer in season considering the Angels' situation going south pretty quickly now?
Yeah, you 100% make an offer, just because, especially, again, as we talked about so many times, you're getting 2 for 1. You're getting a great value out to your lineup. You're getting a starting pitcher, which the Dodgers, they desperately need right now. I know we talk about the bullpen being depleted, but this is a starting rotation that is essentially hanging on by a thread, and that's being generous. So, yeah, if you're the Dodgers, you give the Angels a call and you say, name your price. And if the Angels come back with a price, you say, all right, we accept, let's make this happen, because for Shohei Ohtani, if you can land him for half a season and then you can convince him to sign an extension this offseason, if he helps you win, even if he helps you win a World Series and he walks this offseason, it's something to do 100 out of 100 times in trade process. Because as we saw, last year when the Dodgers passed on Juan Soto, they opted to hang on to guys like Miguel Vargas, Bobby Miller, Ryan Pepio. And those guys aren't necessarily helping out the Dodgers this year. I know the Padres are kind of not in the playoff hunt right now, but I think the Dodgers would gladly take Juan Soto right now if they could do it all over again.
Yeah, this is it's funny that you say this, because it sounds like, George, you agree that you trade for Ohtani, and if it means giving up your top 4 or 5 prospects in your organization, you're for that. Is that right, George?
Yep.
Okay, Blake, you're for the same exact transaction?
100%.
Okay, so earlier today we're talking about this, and I'm like, listen, if Ohtani is the difference, if you believe that Ohtani makes you a World Series contender this year, then make the move. Now, people in the circle of trust are like, well, Cap is a Padres fan, so of course he wants to clear out the Dodgers farm for Ohtani. I don't care. I don't care. But what I'm interested in is the story. So I think it would be fascinating, and I think that the Angels' circumstances dictate now that if we were in it at the break, we will go for it. If we're not in it at the break, we got to make this move. That's why I think it's going to happen now.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on this board kind of the entire season. If the Angels are within, I say, 5 games of a wild card spot, you got to hold on to Shohei. I know he's likely not going to be back, but you got to make every attempt you can to win a World Series. But if the Angels are 8, 9 games back, they got to be realistic and say, we're going to lose him for nothing. Let's load up the farm system. And if you're looking at the Dodgers side of things, if they were to trade their top 5 prospects, like their number 1, their number 2, they'd probably still have a top 10, 15-ish farm system in all of baseball. So I don't think they're losing a whole lot. And you see them, rumored to all these other guys throughout baseball. Obviously, the White Sox have a couple of starting pitchers that are gaining a lot of interest. Well, if the Dodgers want to get those starting pitchers from the White Sox, they're likely going to have to part ways with some of their top prospects. So if you're going to part ways with your top prospects, you might as well, go and get the best player in all of baseball.
Yeah, but everything all changed this week, though, for the Angels, because you probably could have thought we could take the shot in the second half with Ohtani. But once Trout got hurt, and now he's out, call it 4 to 8 weeks, so let's just cut the difference and call it 6. By the time Trout gets back, he'll be playing in meaningless games the rest of the summer.
Yeah. I mean, again, there's still 4 weeks until the trade deadline. They can figure it out. But without Trout, I think they have a couple of other injuries. I think Rendon might have gotten hurt.
He did.
It's also not as simple as saying, okay, we're 4 games back at the wild card. I mean, you got teams like the Blue Jays in front of them. The Red Sox are in front of them. I think the Mariners are in front of them. So you also have to leapfrog over all these other teams as well. So, again, if the Angels were smart and they're not clearly in it, you got to do whatever you can to at least restock that farm system. Because, again, if he walks for nothing and they miss the playoffs, fans are going to be even more upset, and rightfully so.
Yeah, understandably. So is there anyone other than those than the core 3 you would draw the line on? I mean, would you even give up Will Smith if they wanted? I don't think they would want that, because I think they're in a rebuilding scenario. I don't think they'd want to pay him. He's going to be arbitration eligible and make a lot more than $5 million that he's making right now coming up. And then you're eventually going to want to pay him long-term anyway because he's getting older and his agent's going to want to rush that sooner rather than later. So is there anyone – would you draw the line at Will Smith, I guess, is the question.
That's a great question. I mean, obviously, anyone could be on the table for a guy like Shohei Ohtani. I don't know if the Angels would necessarily go down that route. If you're including Will Smith in a trade, that means that your package is going to be a lot less, so you're likely going to be able to hold on to a lot of your top prospects. The only reason I think the Dodgers would have to say no is just because what's your backup option? Sure, it's great adding Shohei, but all of a sudden now you're going to have to turn to Austin Barnes as your starting catcher. So, yeah, I personally, I would trade anyone not named Mookie Betts and probably draw the line there. Like, if they wanted Freddie Freeman for Shohei, I would do that also. But, yeah, I think for the Angels, they're just going to want a lot of young prospects and then maybe a couple guys that have big league experience, maybe like a Bobby Miller who's got some starts under his belt, maybe like a Miguel Vargas who, has been playing for a year and a half. But who knows? I mean, with a guy like Shohei, you could ask for anything, and I don't think they'd be asking for too much.
Wow, how about that? I mean, I thought Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, those are the two guys that are off. You can't talk to me about those two guys. Will Smith, we can have that conversation. But, all right, you'd go as far as Freddie Freeman, huh?
Yeah, just because, I think the Dodgers can not easily replace, but I think Freddie Freeman would be a lot easier to replace than like a Mookie Betts, where you could slide Max Muncy over to first base, put Michael Busch like a third. They could do some configurations, but I doubt the Angels are going to say, how about we start the bidding of Freddie Freeman?
Yeah.
I don't think they necessarily want to do that. They'd probably want to shed salary, if anything, not take on another 5-year, contract.
Mm. Hey, Blake, what's the reporting on Clayton Kershaw on his shoulder?
So I don't know if the Dodgers are just trying to be a little optimistic about this, but it sounds like essentially, and Clayton Kershaw said this the other day, he probably is healthy enough to pitch right now. The other night he spoke to the media and he said, I'm kind of upset that I'm getting placed on the injured list. I thought that they could just push me back a couple of days and I could make another start. But the Dodgers look at it. If we put him on the IL, we give him about 2 weeks to pretty much rest up and get easy. So what the Dodgers are saying, what Clayton Kershaw is saying, he'll be back once we get back out of the All-Star break. But we've seen this so many times over the years.
Right.
The Dodgers aren't necessarily the best when it comes to handling injuries and how long guys are going to be out. So as of right now, I want to believe that Kershaw is going to be back, a few days after the All-Star break. But don't take my word for it because I'll believe it when I see it.
All right, Blake, one last one before we let you go. How would you – I mean, Cappy and I have talked a lot about this Dodger season. We kind of feel like they've overachieved considering everything that's transpired. If you had to give them a letter grade right now, as we're at this point in the season, kind of getting close to the All-Star game, all right, what letter grade do you give them?
Yeah, I mean, if you were to lay out everything right now that has currently gone wrong with this team and told everyone at the start of the season this is where they'd be at the midway point, everyone would probably think they'd be at right about 500 or below 500. So given those circumstances that they're, I think, a game out of, first place in the NL West, I think they're 10 games over 500, I give them an A- because they've had to fight through so much adversity. I mean, I tweeted out earlier what their current pitching staff is on the injured list. That would be a pitching staff that would be all-star caliber, a first-place team that they're currently missing. And not to mention, again, all the guys they lost. So, yeah, things aren't as great as they have been in years past. They're not on pace for 105, 110 wins. But I think when you take everything into account that they've dealt with up until this point at the halfway mark, I'm very surprised by the Dodgers. I think all Dodgers fans should be very surprised. And, so I'm going to give them an A-. Not perfect, but they've exceeded my expectations.
So let me ask you this, because people are giving you grief in the circle of trust about including Freddie Freeman in this hypothetical trade for Ohtani.
They are?
If we're being honest, the Angels aren't interested in guys who are making that kind of money anyway, right? That's fair to say?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're not interested. I was just saying pretty much.
Everybody but Mookie should be at least thought of, right? Yes, I get it.
Yeah. So I think there's a better chance of Cappy suiting up for the Dodgers tomorrow night and starting the game than the Dodgers trading Freddie Freeman for Shohei Ohtani. Again, I was just saying you do whatever you can to get a guy like Shohei, but yeah, there's no chance that anything's included. So yeah, if people think I'm saying you gotta trade him,
Well, I would do anything to suit up for one game. Just one game. Put me in left field, hide me, and act like everything is normal. But you see, guys like me, Blake, we got to live out our dreams, like you just said.
Oh, yeah.
Next Friday night on the 14th in West Covina at the All-Star softball game, that's where guys like me get to live out our dreams. And let me tell you something. I haven't started practicing yet, but I'm predicting big power numbers from me.
Oh,
Hey,
Jesus.
Cappy.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you could hit 5 home runs, but I'll be more impressed if you walk out of that game not injuring yourself this year. That's what I'm looking forward to hearing.
I know. And I'm also volunteering on my team, Team Sliwa, to play center field. So that if somebody has to sell out and give up their body for their team, I'm the guy for the job.
Hey, that's what winning teams are made of.
See that?
Not the guys that hit
You hear that?
300, not the guys that win the Cy Young, but the guys that make the plays that are needed to win. So if that's the case, I don't know what the betting lines are, but if you guys know anyone that can assist with some wagers on that game, I'm taking Team Cappy because I know he's going to do whatever it takes to win that game.
Well, it's not his team.
Nope,
It's Team
it's Team
Sliwa
Slee.
anyway.
It's Team
He's
Slee.
just a some labor, some cheap labor.
That's all.
So
That's it.
all right. Blake Harris, follow him on Twitter at Blake H. Harris. Inside the Ravine is the podcast. Subscribe to the man's Substack it's Blake Harris, right? Blake Harris Substack. And make sure you go there, subscribe to it. He's doing the Lord's work for the Dodgers there. All right, Blake, thanks for the time, buddy. Appreciate it.
Freddie Freeman's not going anywhere. This is all in great fun. As always, I appreciate it, guys. You guys are the best. Have a great weekend.
All right, pal. Thank you very much. All right, coming up next, Cappy.
Yeah.
Let's kind of give people up to speed on the latest on this Dame thing because Woj had a tweet today that feels like this is taking a turn.
Okay.
We'll get to that next.
Shohei Ohtani to the Dodgers, dream or likely?
I hope he comes in.
He's the Babe Ruth of our day, right? The pitching and the hitting together. Some people think that the Dodgers didn't make a lot of moves in the offseason because they were saving budget for possibly trying to take a shot at Ohtani. I think one of the things that people don't understand about the organization is they're involved in every negotiation. Just because you don't cross the finish line with somebody and sign them doesn't mean you didn't make offers or weren't out there looking to get the guys. They're making an evaluation between the length of the contract, how much it's going to cost, how it fits their roster, how does it fit their roster this year, and how does it fit their roster for the next 10 years. I think Shohei's abilities and his contract will possibly fit the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think they'll make a good run at him.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
Sitting in for producer Lindsay, it's producer Laura. Oh, do the read. Say that.
Come on, Sedano. Come on, Sedano.
What you need to know
is being brought to you by
Morongo Resort and Casino. Good
Morongo
times.
Casino Resort and Spa.
Good times.
Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
Take it away, producer Laura.
All right, guys. So I know that when you guys think of a wedding, we just talked about somebody getting married on December 9th, you guys think of McDonald's, right?
You mean like
Mickey
catering?
D's.
Like
Yeah.
catering for a wedding?
That actually would be cool.
Sounds awesome.
All right. Well, here it is for you, Chris, because according to this New York Post, McDonald's has announced that they're going to start offering a $200 wedding plan for those who want to have McDonald's cater their wedding. Now, it's not available here in the United States, but they are trying it out in Indonesia. And I was like,
Indonesia, huh?
I don't know if I mean, listen, I'm not bougie.
What do you get for $200?
So there's different kinds of packages, but you get 100 chicken nugget sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, sorry, and then 100 pack of 4-piece chicken McNuggets.
I'll
That's
order
it?
that right now for tonight.
Really. Let's have that. Sounds really good.
100 McChickens and 400 chicken McChickens.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a wedding one time, and this guy, his wedding had gone on, everybody had eaten, people were drinking, they were dancing, etc. It was getting later into the night. All of a sudden, this guy had Uber Eats deliver 50 Big Macs.
Really?
And I was like, bro, that is right on time.
I look, again, I like me some McDonald's. I had it the other day. You know, it comes
you
in
have?
clutch. I had a Big Mac, but I only have like one patty and then the middle bun because I can't do all of it.
How, do you have them make it like that?
No. I'm not extra. I just take it out.
Take
You
it
do it
apart.
manually.
You do
Yeah.
it your way, huh?
Yeah.
No, that's Burger
BK
King.
though.
Oh,
Oh my
PK,
God.
have it your way.
rule.
I have a story, a super side note. When I used to work at McDonald's when I was 17, I had a customer come in at 11:57 p.m. We closed at midnight.
Right.
And they were like customizing everything. And I go, bleep, this isn't BK. You can't have it your way. But I was trying to communicate to one of the kitchen staff because with the headset you could do that. But it came out in the speaker.
Oh, boy.
And the lady, I thought I was going to get fired because I was like, I'm done. Like, I just cursed at a customer. She starts rolling, laughing. And she goes, you know what, honey? That's true. But I don't like BK. I like McDonald's. And I was like, oh, thank God I'm not fired. But anyways, so yeah, if you guys want McDonald's, it might be coming to the States to cater a wedding. And I'm not mad at it. It's not for me. I would prefer In-N-Out, but I would want the little In-N-Out cart.
Well, the In-N-Out truck, I think you can actually get it.
You could
Yeah, you
for the
could.
wedding.
For
I was
like
looking for it for my wedding.
But you can get it for anything. I
Yeah.
think it starts at $2,000.
But
It's not
the
bad.
bad thing about it is that you just get burgers. You can't get fries or anything else. They just
I'm
give
sure
you-
if you can talk there, if you pay more, you can get fries. right?
Probably.
Yeah.
But it was out of my budget.
Let's get a Flying Dutchman tonight. I've been dying to try one of those.
What doesn't he want tonight?
I've been dying to
What's
try
a
one
Flying
of those.
Dutchman? What's
Oh,
that?
it's so good.
The
And
Flying
it's-
Dutchman.
It's on a secret menu. I know.
But
Not so secret.
Just straight up Flying Dutchman is 2 meat patties
Mm-hmm.
covered in cheese, and it essentially started for pets, I believe.
Okay.
Now, what I've been trying to get, and I screwed this up a couple weeks ago when we were talking about it on the air. Our friend Grub with Greg, who's big on Instagram, he's a radio personality over at K-Earth. He did, or maybe he found out from somebody else, but it was the Flying Dutchman with a whole onion, grilled whole onion,
A grilled
on
onion.
top and on the bottom.
Yeah, so
As
you're
a
using an
bun.
onion that has the buns, right?
Pretty much.
I've seen
Right.
this on Twitter. Somebody had a video of
It's
this.
growing now.
Yes.
It's so.
But I screwed it up that night because they just put. I said grilled onions. I didn't
So
say
they
whole
did the
onion.
diced
So they
ones.
put the diced grilled onions in there in the middle of it, which was still nice, but it wasn't the whole onion.
So I tell people always, because my burger is always whole grill onions.
Really?
Yes, always. I had because
It's a
I
lot
love
of onions, though.
Whole
I know.
grill onions.
I love onions, and I used to do extra grilled onions.
That's
and
because you
one-
extra, girl.
I know, a little bit. And one of the guys that worked there was like, why don't you just do whole grill onions? I'm like, that's a thing. And this was years ago. So that's how I do my burgers. So you did mess up.
And now you can do protein style instead of lettuce in tomato.
Yes.
Oh, that's smart.
It's a lot of tomato everywhere.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
smart.
somebody texted me and said Flying Dutchman was created by a biker and not for dogs.
Oh.
about
Well, when
that?
I was told about it, it was about dogs, but I guess that makes more sense.
Well, dogs have puppy patty. That's what they call it. The one for the dogs.
Oh, what's a puppy patty?
It's just
Just a
basically
patty.
a patty with no salt.
It's kind of
Oh.
like when you go to Starbucks and you get your dog a puppuccino.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just whipped
My
cream.
parents came to my house the other day with a puppuccino thing and the dogs. I was like, really?
Really?
You want me to just put whipped cream in the bowl?
Yeah, exactly. Just spray it on that little guy.
But yeah, so I thought that was cool. McDonald's
Now
catering.
that should be a good
you
drop.
know.
All right, Georgie. I think we're done.
All right, sorry guys, but yeah, that was my what you need to know. McDonald's might be catering your next wedding.
There you go. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. You had a puppuccino for your Frenchie with no teeth,
Right,
Captain?
he's lost his teeth. I feel so bad because you know what? Like, you ever see like a Halloween costume with like a Dracula teeth at the top?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't know what number teeth they are, but like 8 and 12. And you got the fangs. My dog lost his front bottom teeth, so now he's got the upward facing fangs. It is so sad. It really is. And I think I received from the Circle of Trust a doggy dentist who can do faux doggy toofuses, which I think I'm going to do.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Fake doggy teeth.
Y'all not feeling that, huh?
You're not feeling that, George?
No, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, right.
You know, if it makes him feel good, then do it.
I mean, I don't want my dog to have low self-esteem. All of a sudden, he's like, I don't want to smile for pictures. You know, I got these 2 fangs. Lost all my teeth.
He's cute, though, so I don't think you need to do all that extra work.
All right.
By the way, have you heard about this TikTok thing going on involving cottage cheese and mustard?
No, what's the deal?
I have a friend on Instagram. I mean, she's a friend, but on her Instagram, she's been posting a lot of
TikToks. She's been posting.
I don't know if
TikToks
she's on
Instagram.
TikTok. She actually owns the donut bar out in Riverside. Actually, I think they call it Urban Drip now with like exotic donuts and stuff. Anyway, and she's been doing this challenge where they mix cottage cheese and mustard, and that sounds horrific. But apparently, she says it's amazing. You dip like chicken in it or vegetables, cottage cheese and mustard.
I don't do cottage cheese.
Oh, I love cottage
I do
cheese.
not
say,
do cottage cheese.
Wait a minute. You made the sound, Sedano. Yeah, like that sounds good.
No, I like
That
like,
sounds
no.
horrific, doesn't
I
it?
don't do cottage cheese. Cottage cheese to me is going to sit on my ass. You know what I'm saying?
What? What's wrong with you?
No, like I feel like it's going to give me like cellulite on my ass. Like that's what I think cottage cheese does.
It's
I think
good
it's
for you.
stored in your ass.
Cottage cheese is good for you, but I don't know.
It is.
Get on the Twitters in the Circle of Trust if you know about the cottage cheese mustard. Yeah, straight up yellow mustard challenge. You mix it together.
Hey, have you figured out yet if we're going to be able to do this whole Circle of Trust on Threads? Did you?
I
figure
don't
that
know.
out?
I didn't.
Okay, I thought
No,
worked
you
on
can't.
that.
There's
Thought you
no
worked on that.
community.
Okay,
Well,
thought
have
you-
we? But they might start it.
Thought you worked on that. All right, Georgie, I am going to ask you to educate me and everybody else here this afternoon because you're usually good at dropping some little nuggets. I'm going to listen very carefully to what you say because I think you know something and I don't think you're telling me what you know. So what's the latest on this Dame deal?
Well, the latest is his agent has told people that he's told other teams if you trade for him, he's either not going to report or you're going to have a really big problem on your hands because he's not going to want to be there. And you know, do you want a player that's got $216 million left on his contract that doesn't want to be there? And usually, much like the Anthony Davis thing, remember we went through this not that long ago here, where Anthony Davis, there were other teams that were trying to sneak in on the Lakers, and what Rich Paul did the same thing as Aaron Goodwin did. That's what makes a good agent in these scenarios. He told teams at that time, don't trade for AD. He's not gonna want to be there. And you're going to be trading assets for nothing. And Aaron Goodwin is doing the exact same thing. Aaron Goodwin's been around a really, really, really long time. Like, he goes way back. Like, he was Gary Payton's agent, the glove, our friend, Cappy.
You know what I'm saying?
So he's been around for a long time. And Aaron Fentress, who covers the Blazers for the Oregonian, had this tweet a couple hours ago that he actually spoke to Damian Lillard's agent, Aaron Goodwin, and said, quote, I had a positive conversation with Joe Cronin, the Blazers GM. I made it clear that Damian would want them to sit down and have a meaningful negotiation with Miami, and I think that's something Joe and the Blazers will do.
All right.
Now, earlier today, Woj had said something to the effect of that they've been that the Blazers have been trying to canvass the league, right? We've heard that for 5-6 days, right? That they're canvassing the league. They don't want to take Miami's offer, blah, blah, blah. And then today, Woj said, well, they've been canvassing the league and, you know, they haven't found the offer that they want, right? That at the moment, Miami's offer may be the best offer, even though it is not Miami's best potential offer. So he's literally telling you that no one is offering them anything more than what Miami's offering them. So the Blazers are going to be stuck making a deal. Now, look, much like Rob Pelinka did, I'm sure Pat Riley will find a third team to get them an extra pick or two that they want, and they'll get this deal done. And it just may take a minute, just like the Anthony Davis deal. Now, that one, remember, that one started at the trade deadline one season. Magic flew to the team in Philadelphia and, like, told those young guys, like, man up, basically, because it didn't happen. And then eventually it happened, and it even took a while during that summer, if you may recall. So these things are going to take a while, but Damian Lillard, based on the history of the league, is going to end up where he wants to end up because his agent is a good agent.
Is that really why?
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
I mean, isn't it really because he's pretty much told everybody, I want to play for Miami. If you trade for me, I won't show up. So really, in the end, I think you just said it kind of the best, which was he's going to get what he wants. That's all.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all. And listen, I'm not saying his agent's great or his agent's terrible. I have no idea if he's great.
No, but that's what a good agent does. It's what Rich Paul did for Anthony Davis. It's what KD's agent, whose name is Rich Kleiman, did for KD when he wanted out of Brooklyn to go to Phoenix. And he had 4 years left on his deal too, just like Dame does. So this stuff, I mean, outside of James Harden, this stuff doesn't happen all that often. It happens maybe once every couple years, and more recently, I guess. But historically, it's really not all that often, except for James Harden, who's tried to do it 3 times in 36 months.
When you say it's not that often, you mean like a monster superstar with a giant contract doesn't get moved?
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
Not like it doesn't happen every day. You know what I'm saying? But the history of the league will tell you that it will get done because usually if you're that kind of superstar, you've got some clout, you've got some leverage in this negotiation, though everybody seems to think they don't. But the leverage is also created by having a good agent who has contacts and connections with other teams and says, guys, you don't want to do this. Trust me when I tell you, I've worked with you for a long time with a lot of other clients. You don't want to do this because you're going to end up hurting your own franchise when he doesn't want to be there, and you're going to have traded real assets for it.
I think what Mark Spears said on the show yesterday, brilliantly and in a very entertaining way. I thought what Mark Spears said yesterday was they have to think, that's Portland, about the long-term impact in the relationship with this player. Because he's going to be your best player. He's going to be back in town. He's going to have his jersey retired.
Oh, he's building a new house there to be there in the offseason.
I mean,
yes.
They should treat, and I made the comparison yesterday, and Spears seemed to like it. Portland should do the solid for Dame the way the Lions did the solid for Stafford and got him to a contender in the Rams. He'd been there 11 years. He'd given up his body. He'd given them everything he could. Organizationally, they couldn't get it together. Give one of your all-time greats a chance to go play and win somewhere else. That's what the Lions did for Stafford. That's what Portland should be doing for Dame.
Yeah, I think ultimately that's where we'll be.
So
but
this is kind
it's
of
just going to take a minute.
It's just Miami. That's it. It's not anywhere else. It's just Miami.
I mean, he's had his there's enough people telling you that it's just Miami. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be that. Like that's what he wants. So that's what he's going to get. Just like Anthony Davis wanted the Lakers, and that's what he got.
What a great time if you're Dame to want to go to a city like Miami where Messi's about to show up. They got this super cool F1 series. It's a Super Bowl city. Dolphins seem to be a team on the rise. The Panthers were just in the postseason and in the Stanley Cup Finals. All I'm saying is the Heat were just in the NBA Finals. Like, what a time to be going into that market and becoming a superstar amongst superstars.
Well, and if you're him, this notion, and here's the thing, like, I always love, like, the stuff that, like, some of the pundits write about, like, just, well, they can't just take that deal. Well, they can either keep him there against his wishes, right? Or, that's one scenario, right? And that's not going to be good for anybody. And then, or you can trade him to a place he doesn't want to be, which is even worse, in my opinion, or take the best possible deal, which in this league, there's a history. Again, Pelinka did it. He threw in extra picks and pick swaps and stuff like that. And Miami will do the same, just like Phoenix did for Brooklyn. And that's just the history of this sport for these kinds of stars. And it's going to continue to be the case. So it just is what it is. And everybody, I remember people getting all up in arms about Anthony Davis. And it's just like, I don't understand what people that cover the league don't get about the league they cover. Like, do you not follow the league? Like, because this is how this happens. It happens with KD. It happened with Anthony Davis. It's going to happen with Damian Lillard. It's happened with a bunch of guys before them too. So, like, I don't understand the belly aching about it when it just continually happens.
We hear what my man Sedano is saying? He don't get the belly aching.
Well, because it just brought me back to a place when Anthony Davis was in this scenario, and everybody was like, oh, the Lakers, I can't believe they're going to get Anthony Davis. They're not giving up really anything. And blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, it's the same thing all over again for Damian Lillard. And it's just like, oh, God, enough, man. Like, just stop. Like, just understand the league you cover,
I do know. All right, Laura's giving me the evil eye.
Yeah, we got to go.
The Hoop Collective Podcast.
Which part?
Oh, I thought you were going a different direction.
No. I mean, last year it was quiet because there were only a few of us there. There was Clinton Yates. There was Beto Duran. There was Crypto Ray. Was Julian there? The concierge.
Oh, Julian!
Yeah.
Do you see my baseball outfit?
Right.
I wore stirrups and everything.
But I'm telling you, there were not that many people there last year.
Well, it was hush hush.
I've got Big League Chew.
This year,
I've got Pine Tar.
I like Big League Chew. Yeah.
I felt like Clinton posted something recently in the Circle of Trust, and the consigliere responded in the Circle of
Really?
Oh, he is in the circle.
I thought he was in hiding.
Yeah, no, he's in there.
About all that.
Mm-hmm. George, will you practice before next Friday night?
I mean, practice?
I mean, will you get any swings in? Will you take some hacks in
Maybe,
a cage?
maybe.
Not to be confused with hacksaw.
Right.
I mean, maybe.
Okay. How about will you get out and have a catch with somebody? Like loosen up the gun?
Well, I usually take Mateo out a couple times a week. So I mean, I throw grounders to him, and so I'm on a baseball field at least a couple times a week.
Loosen up the gun.
Right.
I don't really need to lose, and I throw him fly balls. He doesn't catch them. I tell him to let him bounce, and then he grabs it and then throws it. But yeah, so I throw the ball fairly regularly all the time.
I don't need you to get have Tommy John surgery and be out for a few weeks. You know what I mean?
I'll be fine in regards to that. I just think that we, I probably need to take a few swings. I haven't done that in a minute.
I haven't done it since last year. And those 3 or 4 swings that I took last year, those are the first 3 or 4 swings I had taken in about the previous 10 or 15 years. So
Right.
I got to get to a batting cage this weekend, or I need somebody to come pitch to me. Who got a bucket of balls?
Well, just go to a batting cage.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to be
You
looking
should.
for him. I'm
Yeah.
looking. I'm looking for a batting cage.
Let's go, Cap. I know a few.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you really?
All right.
Yeah, there's one, if I'm not mistaken, off the 10, and I believe Montclair and Boomers, and there's one in West Covina.
Oh, yeah,
that's actually
Boomers. I know
inside.
Boomers.
Yeah, Boomer's
Yeah.
pretty good.
There
That's
you
all
go.
right. That's a pretty good spot. All right.
There you go, Cappy Cap.
So I'm going to try something, and tell me if you guys think this will work. And I've already done it. So I downloaded this new app, Threads, which is as if, look, if Twitter and Instagram had a love child, that would be Threads. It has like the heart like Instagram, but it has the repost like Twitter. And it just really, really feels like if you're Facebook, you're like, hey, look, they've got Twitter, we've got Instagram. What would happen if we put them together? Boom, it's called Threads. And I actually think it has a better user experience in the one day that I've been playing with it. So here's what I did, George. I moved Twitter on the second page of my social media square on my phone, and I put Threads on the front page. And what I'm going to experiment with is if I see Threads, I'm more inclined to use that rather than Twitter. I'm trying to get off Twitter. I'm trying to use this period of time where there is a true competitive product to get off of Twitter. Can it be done? What do you say?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't need another social media. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
Like,
but
I unless it's something that's so unique, like the experience is different, the layout is different. This is basically just the the Instagram comments. Like, it's what it is.
Well, like, okay.
It doesn't even look all that interesting.
Well, okay, but you see, the thing is you just said it. Do I need to add another social media platform? Answer, no. Could I replace one with a new one? For example, the other day we all downloaded an app called Spill. Okay? Spill. Do you know that I went on Spill and I said, hey, I'm new. What's up? And the first person commented, you're not welcome here. I said, what do you mean I'm not welcome
Well,
here?
it's a minority-based app.
You're not a minority.
Well, but so this girl, I mean, this is her, who she is on the app. She told me you're not black. I said, well, what does that mean? I'm like,
it was originally started it originally started as a black app, and there are more minorities, and they're big proponents of the LGBTQ community. Yeah, so
wait. I signed up for the app. It took me through the whole process. No hate. Let's all get along. Let's be nice to each other. Let's have interesting conversations.
So why didn't you report her?
And I said to her, I go, hey, girl. I go, do you own this app or something? You're kicking me out of here? She's like, that's right. I own the app, and your kind aren't welcome here. That's what she told me. That wasn't very nice.
I would agree. It's also very nice.
So guess what?
Nice.
Spill gets deleted.
Okay.
Remove app.
Okay.
Delete.
Right, because, I'm sure Threads is going to be really easy to navigate too, and there'll be so many nice people there.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it's going to be lovely. I'm sure it's going to not be a cesspool of hate and anger.
And a bunch of
cancellation.
bots.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
So, but here's what I've tried to do. I've put Threads on the front page of my social, and then I've got the second page, and Twitter's on the second page. So I don't see Twitter every day. Maybe I'll stop using it.
Maybe.
But if there's no circle of trust on Threads,
There are no communities now.
well, then that's not going to be good for me.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Which part?
I just posted something on Threads because, I was telling the Fun and Games department that I was going to put out this poll. They're like, oh, put it on Threads. It's like I don't like it.
Don't like Threads?
No, I don't like it. It's
Okay.
weird.
All right. To me, it just looks a lot like Twitter and Instagram had sex. That's all.
Ugly child, though.
Oh, my God. A Morales
there's a
sigh.
Christopher.
A
Yeah.
Morales
Well, you
sigh.
just gutless.
Which part?
You just don't bring it like you need to sometimes.
I don't?
It's afternoon drive in Los Angeles, Jack.
Uh-huh.
The sun is still shining.
Yeah.
Because it's the summer of 710.
Right.
People are driving in daylight.
Right. And they're all thinking to themselves, I've been hearing about this Threads. 50 million people downloaded this thing, as did I, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to use it or I'm not going to use it. And a lot of people are just like George, I don't want to add another social media platform. But some people are like me, I want to get off Twitter. Maybe this is an alternative. That's bringing it. And you know what?
Listen,
You're
I don't
gutless.
like Twitter either all that much, but I just don't see Threads being the place where it happens. Now, maybe it does. You know what I mean? But
By the way, if you go to your Instagram profile page, right, underneath your name, it now has like a little @ sign, and
Yes.
it'll tell you, like, I'm the 31st, 541,961st person to download. So I'm basically one of 31.5 million people downloaded it before me.
I am 2,720,000. No, I'm 27 million.
So you downloaded it after me.
I downloaded it last night at the Sparks game.
I did not.
So you guys are all late because I'd been there.
Yeah, where you been?
No, I mean,
What's
that
your number? Yeah.
What number you at?
I don't even
What number
know.
are you at, Jack?
I don't know.
I'm at 27,263,690.
I don't even know.
George, how about you?
I'm not on it.
He's
Oh, you didn't.
Oh,
you
see?
didn't-
I
you
think
didn't-
I'm 6, Mel.
Wait, you didn't get on?
You
Threads?
were early.
No, I'm not interested.
Oh, I thought the way you talked about it, like you didn't like it. It was no good.
No, I've already seen the screen grabs. I see what it looks like.
Cappy didn't look at the screen grabs.
No, I just downloaded it.
Can you imagine, though, if Sedano has to download it for work purposes and he's like the 400th million person?
Oh, wow.
Who cares?
Late to the party.
You're going to keep. Aren't you just basically you're just basically getting your Instagram followers on a different platform that happens to share it with Instagram?
I mean,
That
you're
is
right.
true. I had that
mean-
fight with the Funny Games department earlier, and they got mad at me.
I mean, dude, this morning I posted a picture on Instagram, on Threads, and on Twitter. I'm like, what am I doing? Same picture on 3 different platforms.
That's
Right.
lot.
Everybody's going to see it somewhere, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, listen. If Threads becomes a thing, then I'll get on it. I mean, it's not like I already don't. I already have a handle, obviously, because I have an Instagram handle, so it doesn't matter.
So, Cappy, when Rachel yells at you to post a picture of you and her to prove your love for her, are you going to have to post it on Threads too?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask her if she's down with Threads.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know what she is down with,
With
and
what?
we're all down with, is our friends at Tequila Mandala before we get to Big Deal or No Deal. Award-winning artisanal small batch premium sippy tequila founded by a couple of guys just like you. One from Jalisco, Mexico, the other one born and raised in SoCal. Down and Downey with a vision to create a sipping tequila meant for sharing with friends and loved ones. You've heard us talk about it. You've seen us post about it. Maybe Cappy will post about it on Threads now, too, when he gets more free bottles. You've seen those beautiful hand-painted ceramic bottles. Certainly a conversation starter, but nothing like the nectar of the gods inside. Elevate your tequila game today, whether it's their Blanco or Reposado, obviously perfect both for the summertime weather that we're having, or you want to have it maybe a little after-dinner drink like their Añejo or their Extra Añejo. Make sure that Tequila Mandala is with you at your next occasion, a party, a birthday party, anniversary, holiday, you name it, the carne asada. Celebrate with Tequila Mandala today. Follow their journey on their social channels at Tequila Mandala. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com, and find a store or a restaurant nearest you. Tequila Mandala. Demand the extraordinary.
Visit angels.com/
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
All right, we did this yesterday. We do it again. Combat poker at the Commerce Casino. You got to be a part of this. So it's free to enter. The top 18 advance to the second round. I'd probably be top 300, but that's okay. That's just me. Top 18 advance to the second round. Chance to win $10,000. All you got to do is go to ESPNLA.com. That's ESPNLA.com. Make sure to enter.
Day with Sedano and Kap. Sedano getting ready, moments away from hopping on that plane at LAX. Delta. Do they still have Delta song? No, that was years ago. Anyway.
No, that was many years ago.
know.
But Delta song was cool.
Yeah. And he's going to fly to cover Summer League for ESPN, the network. He's going to be doing shows for us, of course, over from Vegas next week. But right now, it is time for Big Deal or No Deal. Who's doing it?
Me.
Take it away, Producer Funches.
All right, guys, before we get into real stuff, we are 8 days away from our All-Star Friday night event in West Covina. Mm-hmm. I didn't get a hit last year, and I feel that, it was really terrible.
Why, Funky? What happened?
And I haven't practiced.
Couldn't get good wood on the ball?
No, I have not. Bam! Bam! But I have not practiced one bit yet. Is this a big deal or no deal that I haven't not practiced since last year?
If you haven't gotten a hit, I would say it's a big deal.
Yeah, I agree.
You gotta get in the
did
cage,
you come close? Did you come close?
I got contact, and I believe Kurt Sandoval caught a fly ball for me, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, if you had a fit in the air, you know what I mean?
I made contact one time, yes.
No, but a lot of people look at you, Funchy, and they see a guy who's 6'1", 175 pounds, lean, mean, looking good, officer kind of material.
Thank you.
Likes it warm.
And they like you, and they go, that Tropical Brother's a baller.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? And then you show up last year, and you were
probably the worst player on the field,
right.
I would say.
Can't have that again from you.
I will try my hardest to get into a cage or get to a field and throw around the ball or whatever.
Yeah. Take some hacks, dude.
I will.
Cappy's got pine tar if you need it.
What team are you on?
I'm on Seawolf team.
Okay, good. Then you better
Shouldn't
get
you
in there.
know this?
I should.
It's also right behind Chris.
Okay.
It's right there. I was about to say, we're on the same team, aren't we?
Yeah,
yes,
we all are.
you guys are on the same team.
Hey, we got a good
you gotta
team.
Practice.
All right, cool. All right.
Because let me tell you something right now. If you don't put in any practice at all, it tells me, as your teammate, that you're not as interested in giving the kind of effort that I'm interested in giving, and therefore you're going to be the weak link. Come on.
I don't want to look bad. That's why.
Right.
I don't want to look bad in front of the crowd and in front of you guys, especially you guys. So I will practice.
There you go.
All right, guys.
You'll be fine, Funchy.
All right, thank you, guys. We talked about Bronny's adventures earlier. Let's talk about Bryce. As it's been reported that half the league will be at the Peach Jam tournament to scout him already at the age of 16. Is this a big deal, no deal, George?
Yeah, I think so, because he's bigger in stature physically than Bronny was at that age, and he's actually closer to LeBron more at that age, it feels like, if anything. And people talk about his skill set being more advanced than Bronny's was at that age too. So, yeah, I think it's a big deal.
Well, I mean, look, if you're an NBA scout, then you are at Peach Jam. I mean, that's where you're going to watch the next generation of all these up-and-coming star players. Guys who, as an NBA scout, you're looking at a kid who's 16 or 17 years old, who's a junior or senior in high school, and there are plenty of these kids that are projected as potential one-and-done kinds of talents. So while you've got a guy like John Calipari, who's at a Peach Jam because he's trying to recruit the best players, you've got all the NBA scouts there also. So, it kind of makes it seem like they just showed up just to see LeBron's kid. But in actuality, all these NBA scouts go to this particular event because that's where all the best players are. All the best up-and-coming players who are all going to be college players. And then potentially.
Now, all the
pros.
talk is LeBron trying to play with Bronny, but will we ever see LeBron try to play with Bryce?
No, come on, man.
Come on.
I mean, how old is Bryce again?
He's 16.
That's 3 years, 3 to 4 years from now. Call it 3.
That's manageable for LeBron.
No, I don't think so, dude. Come on. LeBron's going to be 44 playing with Bryce? I don't
Tom Brady can do it.
I mean, it's a different sport, man. Yeah. Tom Brady doesn't get touched the same way quarterbacks were getting touched 10 years or 15 years before him. Even, by the way, when he was younger in the league, he's not getting touched like that.
Hey, this big event, this big basketball event, is in Canada, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I mean,
but I just also saw right now the NBA TV is also, doing coverage of it, too.
Dude, it's like one of the biggest events, like I said, for college recruiting, for these kids to be showcased, for college coaches to meet up with these kids, and for NBA scouts to be looking into the future.
Well agreed. All right, guys.
George, you impressed that I know about this event? Come on, man.
You did a great job Googling, Cappy. I'm happy with it.
No, I didn't Google at all. I'm serious. I'm non-Googling. I'm literally sitting here. It's just I happen to have this kid who is a longtime intern of mine, and his area of expertise, he's a niche kid. He's a basketball recruiting expert.
Get out of here.
He
Wow.
follows these kids from the time they're in like 13 years old, and he follows them all the way, and he's like one of the foremost experts in this kind of stuff. That's how I know about this.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Man. All right, guys. Well, former Bengals running back Corey Dillon is flipping mad about the franchise's Ring of Honor selection process. The Bengals' all-time leading rusher, who once famously said he flipped burgers during a contract dispute with the club, took shots on how the team honors its former players. Dillon hates how their process features votes from season ticket holders and suite holders. He said it was garbage and the selection should be done differently, directly by the front office or a special committee. This is football. You're going to have to put in somebody who is more popular than someone who got stats, Dillon said. So fans voting and people that have suites voting on our team's Ring of Honor, is this a big deal or no deal? Cappy.
I'm going to say no deal. I think, as an organization, what you're trying to say to the people who spend the most money with you is, who do you think deserves this? And if you just left it up to the front office, how does Corey Dillon know that they're going to all say he belongs? I mean, is it just based on stats, or is it based on what they did as a winner with an organization? I don't even remember, I remember Corey Dillon as a player.
Yeah.
I remember him being a really good running back. I don't remember the Bengals. Was that when they were pretty good for a few years under Marvin Lewis?
Or the Carson Palmer years? I don't remember either.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I'm a season ticket holder, I think if you're the organization, you're asking the people that spend the most money for you what their opinions are. I don't think it's a terrible idea.
That Carson Palmer year, they were a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, I think it's an absolute terrible idea. The Ring of Honor should be decided by people who actually played the game, or at the very least, people that you trust in the community that covered the game.
Well, that's exactly right. They trust the people that spend the money with them.
Right, but that's not the most real. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the Bengals always get a bad rap for being a cheap organization.
I mean, because they have been.
Yeah, but you want to hear an interesting story? A buddy of mine who was once a coach on their staff told me that at Christmas, every assistant coach received a $10,000 bonus. Ooh. And I said, geez, man. I always think of the Bengals as being one of the cheapest organizations in football. He said, I swear to you, not the Packers, not the Buccaneers, not all these other organizations that I've worked with, no one's ever given us a bonus anywhere near like that. And it was the lowly Cincinnati Bengals.
There you have it. You learn something every day, Cappy.
How about that?
All right, guys. One more. I'm going to have Morales come in here and with us on this one, too. The rock band The Eagles, who have been together in one shape or form for over 50 years, has just announced their very, very last tour. Will start later this year. And I guess the band has insisted it will be their very last time that they'll perform together.
Yeah.
With this day and age of bands saying that they won't play or tour with each other anymore, only to do like another tour a year later or whatever, like the Who or Motley Crue, is this Eagles tour a big deal or no deal? I'll start with Cappy.
I mean, I guess I'm going to say it's a big deal if they're saying it's their farewell tour. But remember, the Eagles are not the Eagles anymore. Glenn Frey died, and Vince Gill now sings for Glenn Frey.
I didn't know that. No.
And Deacon Frey.
His son?
I believe so.
Yeah, his son. His son is also in the band.
Yeah.
Right. So the Eagles aren't really the Eagles anymore. I mean,
but Don Henley and Joe Walsh are performing on this final tour.
But that being said, I don't know how old those two guys are now, Don Henley and Joe Walsh, but I got to think they're probably pushing close to 80, believe it or not.
I was going to say 70.
I'll look it up.
Probably mid-70s to 80,
Yeah. I'll look it up.
Big deal, no deal, Morales?
Big deal because everyone's going to go, and everybody's got great memories of the Eagles. And again, there were many years where Joe Walsh, wasn't part of the group, right? Isn't that it? And Don Henley wasn't part of the group. So for them to come together and perform, come on.
Joe Walsh, 75 years old. Don Henley, 75 years old.
Now, I would definitely go if Don Henley would throw down some of his solo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the end of the Innocents.
Right.
Yeah.
In a New York Minutes. But Glenn Frey not singing, what was the big Glenn Frey solo song? The Heat is on, but also the one.
You belong to the
city.
You belong to the city, Jack.
Yeah.
Sedano, you in? Big deal, no deal?
Yeah, it's still a big deal. They're still an iconic band, even though it's not Glenn Frey anymore. But I think people will go. Yes.
Yeah, I know even like Dead and Company says that this is where it all comes to an end this summer.
Really? They're doing that too again?
Yeah, they've extended, the Grateful Dead, once Jerry Garcia died and, John Mayer took over, people were like, John Mayer, really? But it's been a monster hit for all these years. Even Dave Matthews sitting in on occasion.
So wait a minute. They're the Grateful Dead still, right?
So they're called Dead and Company now.
But they're the Grateful Dead.
Yeah. But Bob Weir is like the main
Why
guy.
don't you just call himself the Grateful Dead then?
Because they probably can't license it.
Well, I think it's also more like, trying to introduce the Grateful Dead to a new generation, so they've got a different name,
Yeah, I get it.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right, that is big deal or no deal. You have one more Funchy, or are you done?
We're done.
Hotel California is kind of like when you stay with Rachel and Cappy during the summer. You can check out, but you can never leave.
That's right. That's exactly right.
You didn't think that was funny, Sedano?
I giggled. I did laugh at that.
Y'all not feeling me, huh?
Y'all not feeling that, huh?
We are, Perk, yes. All right. Dealer's Choice is up next. Cappy, do you have a good one?
I do, as a matter of fact. This one is going to be less personal and more pop culture-y.
Okay, sounds good. We'll hear it next.
This Saturday, July 8th, Jada Toys returns to the automotive scene with the event of the summer. Jada Toys presents Homecoming. Homecoming is a celebration of car culture, exhibiting show-stopping vehicles. Taking place at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Jada Toys will debut a new line of die-cast vehicles. This event is free, so join the ESPN LA team at Ancillary Studios in Costa Mesa this Saturday, July 8th between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Hey, it's Travis here. Don't forget, you're going to want to go to ESPNLA.com and nominate a local high school junior or senior for a chance to win $250 in cash plus a VIP experience at our All-Star Friday night coming up in a couple of weeks. You only got a couple of more days to do it. Nominations close on Friday. You still have a chance to get $250 into the pocket of a kid that's doing well in school, doing well in the community as well. That, of course, is from our pals at Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. ESPNLA.com. Go nominate your kid. Get them $250 and an experience that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
Burst the funk and the noise. Quarter before 7 p.m. in the Southland. Live Imaging Thursday. Sedano Kap. So today is Thirsty Thursday. We mentioned that. National Hand Roll Day. We mentioned that earlier. The Katsuya Nori, those guys with the best hand rolls. Also, happy birthday. Sylvester Stallone is 77. Paul Gasol, 43 years old. How about that? And on this day back in 1994, Forrest Gump. Thank you. On this day in 1994, Forrest Gump was released in theaters.
You said Stallone 77?
77.
Wow.
Have you guys seen his new reality show?
No.
It's a reality show with his daughters, yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but he was prominently featured in the 3rd episode of Arnold, the 3-part series on Netflix.
I haven't watched part 3 yet.
Oh, my God, it's amazing. Actually, it was part 2 then, rather. It was the leading man thing, how the two of them had this rivalry about being leading men. Since watching that Arnold 3-part series, George, I have since signed up for the Arnold Schwarzenegger daily email newsletter.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it's awesome, dude. It's freaking awesome. He gives you, like, nutritional advice. He gives you workout advice. He gives you positive, like, thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Arnold, I know you're listening, my brother. I appreciate you. I love you. And I want to interview you.
Go, Chargers, go.
I must say, while we all doubted you, the Arnold, I have 2 episodes in, is quite enjoyable on Netflix.
Great. I know, it's great.
Really?
Oh,
yeah,
it's
it really
awesome.
is.
And I got to
And
tell you
now
guys,
go, Chargers, go.
everybody I know has loved it except you guys. Everybody, I don't know. And I think you guys all don't like it because you think that because
you like
he
it.
produced it.
No, that's
No,
not true.
it's because I don't care for the. By the way, if this Jerry Jones one is produced by him, I'm not going to watch that one either.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have kind of a preconceived thought of this
Because
is
it's not going to be honest all the time.
Yeah, but you guys liked the Lakers Hulu documentary.
right. But what's wrong with? Hey,
I did not actually.
Okay.
I watched it and I was again. Everybody was killing me for it because I kept saying I didn't learn anything from it.
But I think that, like, if you're Arnold, if you're somebody who's a big enough star like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who has lived essentially 3 separate lives, and you would like to present your story from
Is this your dealer's
perspective-
choice, by the way?
No.
Oh.
But if you wanted to present your story from your perspective, like, to me, I'm like, okay, Arnold, tell me your story from your perspective. You guys all have kind of like a preconceived built-in thing of it's not honest because it's him producing it, so I don't want to watch it. Everybody else I know seems to have loved it.
Okay, that's cool, Cappy. I'm glad everyone you know loves it.
Right.
I don't
Mason was
care
talking about it today. He liked
I
it.
don't care for that kind of content. Like
Oh,
I
I love
want,
that content.
I want content that's like raw and
How'd
real.
you like Michael Jordan's Last Dance? Did you like that?
I'll be honest with you. He gave you well, first of all, it was the pandemic. We had literally nothing else to watch. Okay, so let's start with that part of the equation. Secondly, I even watched it back a second time to see, like, was it really that good, or was it just because nothing else was on? It was really that good because Michael gave you the real crap, and he let everyone say what they wanted to say. Like, there was no hiding from stuff.
I thought Arnold did the same thing.
Okay. I mean, did you see the Derek Jeter one?
No,
It
I
was
haven't
not
seen
that good.
No, I haven't seen it.
The Derek Jeter one, the first episode of the Derek Jeter one was excellent because it talks about his upbringing, his parents in a mixed marriage, and all the stuff that they dealt with and the challenges they dealt with, particularly in that time in this country, okay? And that, to me, I'd never heard Derek Jeter or his family talk about that, right? I mean, I knew it. It was, obviously, right? But, like, I didn't know the depths of it. And then after that, it was basically, the Derek Jeter highlight film for the next 9 episodes.
Did he produce it, Derek Jeter?
Correct.
Oh, I don't like it when guys produce their own stuff. It's not honest. I mean, that's just the
Here's
way
what I
feel
would
about
say,
it.
though. Like, if Derek Jeter, if somebody said you can have dinner with Derek Jeter, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. But if you said, could I have dinner, obviously, with Michael, I would love that.
But how about Arnold?
Of course, Arnold.
Arnold, for me. You told me Jeter or Arnold, it's Arnold all day.
But if you told me Sedano or Cap.
We know where you're going with that one.
But I think you've led a more dynamic life of debauchery and failure and poor decisions.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah,
Compared
you
to Sedano?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Sedano's
Cappy,
like squeaky clean.
Chris just comes to me when he needs someone to. By the way, Crypto Ray actually just posted a picture of him and Arnold.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arnold has moved on to my list of people I better meet before they die.
Did Crypto Ray spot him back in the day?
No.
I guess he was somewhere. It looks like he was
At
like,
work.
At work.
He used to work, I think, at Walmart.
Yes,
Walmart,
he was a manager.
Yeah.
Actually, Target.
No, it was Walmart.
It looks like it's Walmart.
Arnold
here, based
Schwarzenegger
on-
worked at Walmart?
No, Crypto Ray.
Crypto Ray.
Oh, God.
All right, what is your dealer's
Crypto was
choice?
a Target manager for a long time. Did you know that? Hey, so before the show today, me and Funchy are sitting in the back, and we're kind of rapping like bros do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a story about this. Do you guys know who Keke Palmer is?
Yes, of course I know who
You guys
that is.
know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. George, do you know who that
Gorgeous.
is?
I've heard the name. I don't know who they are.
Who is she? Because, like, I've seen her, but I don't know who she is really either. Who is she?
Actress.
She's an actress?
She's also been on like The Talk or The View, one of those shows.
Okay,
women's
so,
shows.
so is she known as an actress or a talk show host?
An actress.
Okay, so apparently she went to an Usher concert in Vegas. And from what I've heard, these Usher shows are very, very, very sexy.
I mean, Usher's a bleh, but you know.
He's a bleh? Oh, that's right. He was
Well,
mean to you
Laura
that one
doesn't
time.
like
Yeah,
it,
yeah. But so this woman, Keke Palmer, is at this show, and she is dressed in like
gorgeous.
I mean, I thought she looked hot AF. But apparently her boo went on Twitter and complained that the mother of his children, and I'm just paraphrasing, that is not exactly what you would call dignified sort of dress and behavior, and how dare she go out like that, and she's all over Usher. And so the father, I guess, of the children complained publicly about his famous, because he's apparently not a famous guy.
He's her boyfriend.
Regular dude, yes. A
Okay,
boyfriend.
right. Regular boyfriend, but is he the father of the children?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Baby daddy.
Okay. And he's complaining publicly that she's dressed the way she's dressed, and she's all over Usher the way she is, and it's just not dignified behavior for the mother of his children.
And he doubled down, by the way, after that.
What did he do after that?
Apparently, I'm reading this story right here in USA Today that he went again, and he basically just said, I stand by what I said earlier.
So he first tweeted out, "It's the outfit though, ... you a mom." And people thought it was a joke because there was a clip of her saying, I'm a mother, right? So they thought it was like funny, like, oh, she's a mom, but she looks hot or whatever. And then he tweeted something else where he was like, yeah, I'm not for that, XYZ, and it was this long post. So people started attacking him, saying like, bro, your girl looks bomb AF. Like, why are you mad? Don't be that insecure.
Can I just read a second
here's
tweet?
When he went, the second tweet he wrote was, we live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case.
Yeah, and then he deleted his account on Twitter because I was going to hit him up like, yo, dog, you need to come on the show today. We need to talk this thing out. Because I felt kind of bad for the guy, you know? I mean, really. Like, he deleted his account because the dude got canceled for essentially saying...
He did not get canceled.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. He
did.
deleted his account because he didn't like what people were saying back at him.
Because he was
Nobody
being
canceled
attacked.
him.
He was being attacked, this
guy.
guy.
Yeah, but that's not being canceled.
And
That's
by the
not
way,
the same thing.
I wish somebody would cut
You
out
use
what
that
George just said.
You use
Booty
that phrase
cheeks.
like... Yeah, you use that phrase like incorrectly.
No, it's
all
right.
The time.
It's right. He got canceled, this guy.
No,
and then he's like, you know what? I'm not famous, so I can't be canceled. So guess what I'm going to do? Screw you guys. I'm off Twitter. Okay. Here's what I want to say to this fella. My man, I understand you got morals. Maybe you got religious convictions. I can totally understand that. But when your girl looks as good as that girl looked in that outfit, okay? I got to say, man, you should celebrate how hot she is. Now, if you're super insecure, like, oh, my God, she's going to Vegas, she's grinding all over Usher, she's going to get all excited, and she's going to go sleep with the world, and that really upsets me, then okay, I got it. You're insecure, you know? But me personally, I'd be celebrating those booty cheeks. You feel me?
Jesus
So
Christ.
you would be okay with Rachel dressing in that dress?
We should,
Cut that
hold on.
out,
Can
please.
we
Cut
can
that
we
out.
get a drop of that of just saying
Of
I
course.
celebrate those booty cheeks?
Yeah, of course.
Right. First, we need George saying booty cheeks, or whatever he said. And then we need me saying, I
Well,
celebrate
I
them
read the booty
cheeks.
cheeks portion from the tweet. Yes.
Yeah, but the way you read it was so dramatic that if we just pulled out booty cheeks, that would be really good. What do you think about all this, Christopher? What do you make of all this?
We are about 36 minutes away
Yeah.
from you and I hitting the Green Cross Red Rooster House in Torrance. And
now it's called
Hey,
the
if you're
Green
gonna
Red
say it,
Rooster
you better
House.
don't mock them. They're
No, I've been
big
texting with the
fans.
great Chris Ward this whole time. He loves the bit, he
He
said.
just doesn't know. He doesn't know the name of the place. The
Yeah.
Green Cross Rooster House.
And I told him I want no hookups, no VIP treatment, but
You
he
get
says
nothing.
it's not my choice. He's
No.
giving me the VIP treatment. And I said,
I got a tour today.
and yeah, he said there's the tour. And he said, I told him, I said, well, Kaplan and I are rolling through around 7:30, 7:40. And he said, can't wait to see you, ... Who's Kaplan?
You should have told him, your driver. So you should have told
No,
him.
he said, I can't wait to see Cappy. He knows Cappy, of course. He knows everybody at the radio station, but I'm paying full price. I don't want no hookups, Jack.
You know what you should do?
Yeah.
You should actually, because a lot of times these stores have like a lot of big sales and stuff. You know, like whatever's on sale, you should say, I don't want the 50% off. I don't want the 20%
Cappy,
off.
I like to support our partners.
Yeah, I understand.
I just appreciate that people are listening to the radio station and love us.
Agreed.
They don't need to give me a discount.
I agree they don't need to give you a discount. This gentleman wants to give you a discount.
No.
Not taking it. Don't accept it.
No. I need my product. I've got a very specific request that I asked. He said he's got it. He's
got
ready.
it.
And that's it.
Okay.
Because
There
I'm
you go.
so stressed out because of dealing with people like you, Cappy, all day.
Is it people like me or is it me?
It's you and others.
Okay, because yesterday you were pretty much quitting. I mean, you pretty much were walking down the halls going, you people are all gutless and I'm out of here.
Well, see, people, if anybody from the Mason and Ireland Reddit page is listening, they're going to celebrate that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Penis thumbs is all over.
They can't wait for me to leave.
So,
They'll
Georgie,
have to throw a parade.
wait, so George, just to be clear, you're leaving for Summer League tonight, and then when are you back next week?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, and you're here Tuesday through Friday to play in the softball game?
Correct.
And then you go back to Summer League.
Gosh, he really is irritated
See,
with
I'm
you.
a detail guy.
That's what you are, Cappy.
God, I'm going to need that drink with Trudell tonight for sure. Your ears are going to be burning, Cappy.
Oh, yeah. Trudell doesn't like you.
Why?
No, that's not true. Trudell loves Cappy now.
Now.
Now is
Right.
the key word. Booty cheeks. But there was a time that he didn't understand Cappy, and now he gets it.
There was a time Trudell didn't understand me either.
Right, but he loves you.
Yeah, he loves me now.
Was there ever a
He
time
gets
that he didn't
Cappy
get you?
now.
Was there ever a time he didn't get Sedano?
No.
They're in the
He
league.
hit it off pretty quick. I mean, we had a one little thing one time, like in a crosstalk, but it was, it was just like fun, spirited stuff.
Oh, really?
But no, Trudell and I have always been brothers from another mother very quickly.
Oh. Well, I guess that's what happens when you drink pomegranate mimosas on the beach.
There you go. With the fam.
It is
We're done here. This song is our new exit song, so we're done here. Great job, Cappy, Christopher, Funchy, and Laura. We will talk to you mañana. Beto will be in the house for me. See ya.
I'd be celebrating those booty cheeks. You feel me?